So
Bucks got
hey, what up, YouTube family? This is King Speaks Row, your boy. Um, we got a nice good show tonight. It's gonna be show number 5, I believe. I gotta go back and, and check. Uh, but we got a good show. The main topic is going to be the Stephen A. reaction. I'm gonna try to get that on stream or try to get the audio, some audio. I don't. Apologies, I don't have my video editing skills. I'm gonna try to work on those, man. I'm gonna work on a lot with the presentation. But for now, we just some brothers talking hoops, man. We some brothers talking hoops, and I'm just happy to have. I'm happy and proud to have a platform to be able to discuss the game, man. I sit in Facebook and a lot in these groups. I talk about a lot of stuff, politics. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube myself. Catch a lot of people's takes. I don't watch ESPN, but I wound up finding out what they say, especially the highlights. So, yeah, man, my boy JB should be coming through. He told me he would. I just gave him a link late. My boy Robert, Mr. Warriors and Lakers fan, he's here. What's up, man? Introduce yourself to the audience. I know you was
yeah.
here
What's
last week.
happening, y'all?
All
Rob
right,
Cross in the house, man. Y'all know what it is. Oakland,
from
East Oakland. Yeah,
he's
that's
from
right.
Motown, yeah. That's why he a Laker and a Golden State Warriors fan. I kid him all the time that he hops on whoever's good. So both of them are hot right now, even though the Lakers getting they behind smoke by Milwaukee. Yeah, we're gonna start off on that, man. We're gonna start off with what's going on in the league. Like we got some good matchups this week. We had the back with OKC and Denver. It looked like an MVP showdown. They split that one. Games. Um, the Joker was dominant in both games, and FCA when the first game FCA did his thing, and the second game Denver won. Um, then you also had OKC versus Boston. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, OKC versus Boston do their thing. Can you hear me, Rob? I just
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
okay. All right, I see. I took it out my headphone. Hold on, let me. You hear me? You hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, I use these headphones. When I click on it, when I just tap on it, it goes out. So now the audio
Yeah.
is not coming in my headphones. But
Oh,
again,
okay.
apologies. I'm gonna get everything worked out soon. Microphone, all that good stuff. But for now, just going with it, man. Um, so yeah, you had OKC at Boston. I actually watched a few. I watched the OKC Boston game last night. I'm catching the fourth quarter, Lakers Milwaukee. Obviously this is a rough stretch for your boys. They got 6 games in 8 nights. This is the first 3 out of 4. They got 3 and 4 nights. I think they play tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we play tomorrow. Play Denver tomorrow.
Yeah, they play Denver. Then they gonna have a day night off. Oh, they play Denver tomorrow. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
Denver
so
tomorrow.
they
Then
flying to Denver from Milwaukee.
yeah, that is
Oh, so
done, man. I ain't counting on winning these
the
games.
LeBron ducked this little road trip and faked the injury.
No, they just sent Brown home the other day. They sent him home. They sent him back
And
to
I
LA
know
to
you said the
rehab.
wrong. Look in the preseason he was bitching about flying to Milwaukee. Like somebody had to eat them on Twitter. Like, wow. I was like, like, what
I
did he say?
mean, come on,
Oh,
preseason
how
game
we
in
flying
Milwaukee
to
is
Denver?
kind of
I'm like,
stupid though.
you're getting on a plane. What did he say? You're getting on a plane and
Yeah, don't nobody fly across country to play a preseason game. That shit was weird. I ain't mad at
I
him for
mean,
that. That
look,
was
it's
weird.
part. Look, you know what? All it is part of it's part of the whole
Yeah, but
setup.
Milwaukee, come on
Look, at
now,
the end
don't
of the
nobody
day,
do
and
that
this is the
shit.
thing. This is the thing. Again, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But Braun, man, come on, man. You be saying some of the coolest stuff. Everybody knows if you didn't want to make the trip, you got the right not to make the trip. 22 years in the game. If you don't want, but to sit there and act like, look, oh damn, y'all got
He
me up
look,
playing
he look
Marbury
even
Park.
worse if he didn't fly. They talk about him even worse if he didn't go.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Then
saying. You
then
want a
people
charter
complain he
flight,
didn't go
bro?
to the
You
game.
like? I mean, you want the team like?
But Marquise Morris is
Man,
in uniform.
show me another team flying across the country to play a preseason game. I get it.
Oh,
I
it
get
happens
what he
all
was
the
saying.
time.
It's bullshit.
Come on, bro. It happens all the time. You think Boston never played a preseason game in LA?
I ain't seen him. I haven't seen that
Boston
recently.
is the furthest
You can
team
probably
from the
find it, but
coast.
I
I
can't
bet
see
you
it.
we could. You know what? And I'm gonna just on this point. I'm gonna go and look over the last. I'm only gonna go to the last 5 years and see if Boston ever
Yeah.
played a preseason game on the West Coast. Come on, man. It
I mean,
happens.
yeah, I mean, like this.
You
Who
know, I
keeps up
know.
a
I
preseason
look. I
game?
know
You
it.
feel
You
me?
know, especially if they proclaim you to be a look. You want to. You know what it is too. Hey, maybe this is what it is. Silver thinking. Well, LeBron's always ducking the smoke with Giannis. I don't remember the last time LeBron and Giannis played in the regular season. Again, this is look.
What last
See,
year, wasn't it?
one of these things, man. When you say we getting the haters, if you ever showed up for a game against Giannis, and you know, maybe we wouldn't hate, and
I
maybe
don't know about
they
that one.
wouldn't force you to do it in the preseason. Again, man, look, some of these players they be making the goofiest beefs and complaints, and then expect nobody not to say nothing about it. You know what I mean?
Well, the
If
NBA just cut both the Bucks games during LeBron's his annual hiatus. So that's on the NBA. They put both the games in March when they know LeBron gonna take his vacation right now. So why
see,
they do that?
I mean, so then I
See why
guess
they
at
do
that
that?
point they playing chicken. At that point
Why
they
they do
playing
that?
chicken. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's see if this is oh yeah, main showed up. What's going on?
Oh, what's up, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hear
we
you. We
can
hear
hear
you
you.
loud and clear.
What's up?
All right.
Not
So
much.
you know, unless to rate, I forgot to give D'Lo the link. But you know, D'Lo told me he gonna pull up one of these days, but we'll see.
Send
Um,
it to King. See if he pull up.
say again.
Said send it to King. See if he pull up. They was talking about they wanted to get in. And what's the other boy? The one that
Well,
liked
you,
the
you know, look, all you got to do is copy the link if you can do it, you can copy the link. And so once I give you the link, all you got to do is copy it and send it
Excuse
to
me.
anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but I'm on my
all the
phone. If I
welcome,
do
man. I
anything,
think
this
I
song,
think
yeah,
the
it's
most we
gonna
can
cut
get
me
is
off.
10.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
the
next
most we can
time
get
I'll
is
send it
10.
to all
So
of them.
yeah, before we get into the topics, I just wanted to like go around the league. You know, it's been a busy. I ain't gonna lie, the NBA been a little lit. They have been doing their thing since football ended, right? They was even taking the headlines from the Super Bowl. Like the pre-Super Bowl had no buzz, and then the game itself, you know, I predicted that the Eagles was gonna blow their asses out.
Hmm.
And the Kendrick thing got them the one day, you know, got
The
them
Kendrick thing was the best part
the
of the Super
Kendrick
Bowl.
performance.
Yeah, that was the
But
only
the
thing worth
NBA,
watching.
you know, with the trades and all that, and the trade deadline was crazy. I mean, we had all types of crazy trades. If I'm sure cats know by now that De'Aaron Fox has been shut down for the rest of the season, so it looked like
Why they
Man,
shut
that
him
man
down for
should have
what?
stayed. He should have stayed in Sacramento.
Why they shut
yeah,
him
because they
down?
actually got a chance at the playoffs.
Goodness
That's all.
gracious.
I
You know,
mean, I ain't
De'Aaron
gonna say
Fox has
that.
had
He
one
gonna be he
playoff.
playing with.
And
I mean, no thought Wimby was gonna get a blood clot. You know what I'm saying? If Wimby don't have
oh,
a
he got
blood
a
Man,
clot,
blood
man,
clot.
last
Oh,
year
he,
in
so Wimby got the
Sacramento.
blood clot. What was De'Aaron Fox? Because I
yeah,
didn't,
yeah. I don't know
huh?
I didn't know nothing was wrong with him.
I think they just decided. Maybe they just decided because a lot of players, a lot of teams is falling out of it or shutting down. Like I know Emmanuel quickly on Toronto.
Real
He's
quick.
doing
He's got to get finger
a
surgery.
rest every other game. There's a lot of stuff.
Can y'all
I
hear
gotta
me?
follow this for my fantasy basketball. It's the
Yeah,
playoffs
we can
right
hear
now,
you.
so
Oh, okay. I was saying
they want CW.
Aaron Fox needs finger surgery, so that's why he's out.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well,
So he had
shit,
and that was
he got to
lingering,
have
right?
surgery.
Yeah. So it was a
Yeah.
legit
So at that
finger.
point, they just saying, all right, look, we are not making the playoffs. Let's just tank
But
for
we know
Flag,
what
tank
San
for Ace
Antonio is
Bailey.
doing. Yeah, they tanking for Cooper Flag. Yeah, come on, man. We know what's up with that.
Well,
They
look, I
got to
mean,
figure out
again,
who
you,
their
you
coach
want to you
gonna
want to
be.
get in that top five. You know,
Yeah,
there's
but
some
they got to
different
figure out
players
who
in
their
there.
coach gonna be because they just lost Popovich. Popovich ain't coaching no more. They got to figure out who their coach gonna be. They got to figure out Will be gonna be healthy, and they trying to get Cooper Flag. So shut down everybody. It is what it is. It's a
Yeah,
smart
makes
decision.
sense.
You're
Makes
not winning
sense.
nothing this year.
Cleveland is still what Cleveland got. Is this the first team to get two 15 game winning streaks in the season?
Yeah, they said the other night when they was playing, it's the first time it happened or something.
Yeah, they won the first 16, and now they on another 15 game. Look, Cleveland is a story. I've been said that story needs to be pushed. OKC got to play last night on national TV. They're so deep. Everybody on that team plays defense. See, we
Yeah,
talked about
yeah,
last week, and where the Lakers went wrong, and why you're seeing like right now you're seeing Luca and who's that playing center right now? Oh, that's Morris. So that's why you get a Keith, right?
yeah,
You get a Markeith Morris. You know, he ain't that old. He came in the same draft as Kyrie, right? So he's only like 34, 35. Yeah,
yeah.
look,
But I
man,
mean,
you
come
got
on, man,
it.
he ain't
There's a
about to
next
guard
man up
Giannis.
mentality in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right now, y'all supposed to be trying, and he took a three, made it. So he still got something in the tank, you
I'll put it
know.
this way: if Hayes and Rui are playing, this is a different game, and that is just that simple. If Hayes and Rui are playing, it's a different game, even with LeBron out. But
I,
when you
I
take
think
out
I
all
think I
three,
think
it's a
I think
problem.
Giannis would have I think Giannis would have flamed y'all even worse. They don't even
Nah,
let you play him hard
Giannis
right
only
now.
had 6 points in the first half. Tell you, he didn't do much in the first half. It was the first
He
half. They
was
was
toying
actually
with
pretty
y'all.
close, and they was close.
But
But
wait,
now it's
come on.
like,
See,
who
see,
out
see.
there?
In my perspective as a Knicks fan, we lost Randall. Then we lost OG. That's two. That's two of the last year we didn't have no Towns, but that's two of your top three players right there, right?
Yeah,
Brunson had a couple of little ankle tweaks and whatnot, and we went and got the second seed from the same Milwaukee team. So look, it's right now is the home stretch. Again, we was hearing a lot of buzz about the Lakers on the 8-game winning streak. Y'all about to be on a 3-game losing streak, right? I know because I
yep,
just went through a 3-game losing streak.
yep. This gonna be
And I
three.
think that let me see. Wow, I love it. I love it how
Now
certain
this is three because of
certain
Boston. Yeah.
conversations can go into the topics, right? So we gonna talk about what made the news, right? And Robert was one that showed me this, and a lot of people showed me it, but I already seen it. Of course, me being a Knicks fan. Mikal Bridges came out and said that Tom Thibodeau need to chill on the minutes, which I've had my take on it, and I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair that people keep saying that narrative that you got Shannon Fry out there on his podcast talking about it. You got Kendrick Perkins who loves Thibodeau, who says it's BS, and then Stephen A. even talked about it on First Take this morning, right? So
Hmm.
obviously the Knicks had a
Yeah, Stephen A.
struggle
trying to get him fired.
against improving Brooklyn. I mean Portland Trailblazers team, and I shout out to Chauncey Billups. I think he's doing a good job because that team should be like one of the front runners for Cooper Flag. And they're probably going to miss the playoffs because the West, 10 games under 500 in the West, you're not. But they're battling, and I like that. That's character building. If you want to look, I love Denny Advija. I always like Simons. Scoot Henderson played like he had something to prove last night, right? And this is another shout out because he was the third pick last year, right? Everybody was calling him a bust. He started the season off in the G League. He got to the league. He was struggling. And yesterday he balled. He balled his behind off. You know what I'm saying? So Scoot Henderson playing well. Kamara. These are when you think about a guy like Kamara, especially in a league where there's not a lot of toughness and there's not a lot of power forwards. Kamara is a guy who can help a team win. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
he's a physical guy. Again, you wanna make a night like tonight. You wanna make a Giannis work for his. Giannis still gonna bust his ass, but a Kamara, the way he's playing, the way he's improved on his 3-point shooting, it's good that guys like this good to have. Avija is good. Denny, I know I'm pronouncing the name wrong. The Israeli kid. He had 15 rebounds last night. He was kicking out behind on the boards last night. And it's with Mitchell Robinson in the game. You know, yeah. So
Yeah,
they and
Portland has
I didn't
they've
even get him
improved
Shaden
this year
Sharp.
from last.
Shaden Sharp is
They've
another
improved
guy.
from last
This
year.
is when you develop your young
Chauncey
guys,
got them boys going a little bit. Chauncey putting it together. If they let Chauncey keep working
coaching.
with Portland, he gonna build them up.
Coaching. I was just on Ball TV in the comments saying that Chauncey is definitely doing a better job than JJ Redick. JJ Redick is getting a lot of credit, and I
I
get
don't
it.
really know
He
about
does
all of that.
no. He's no. And I give. See, this is one thing we do over here. We keep it real, and we stand 10 toes down. Now I stood 10 toes down, not saying that for him to get the job with no experience, we didn't know what kind of coach he was. He
Yeah,
look,
but JJ doing a totally different thing than what Chauncey's doing.
he got a whole different horse. He got a different
That's what I'm
horse
saying.
than
Chauncey is
Chauncey.
teaching young kids. He got the ability to lose games and not trip and not worry and concern. JJ got to win now. No matter
Well,
what,
look,
he got to win
don't
now.
forget your boy was walking out of press conferences early in the season.
And he was pissed. And he was setting the tone. And he was setting the tone.
Setting the
And
tone by
he set
showing
the tone by he got
if
his
the heat
respect.
is too high, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up from the seat.
No, he got his respect. He let everybody know I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here to coach basketball, play basketball, and win games. And if you really look at it, JJ took the Lakers and he worked them up to a point, and they got to that point where they started playing the defense he wanted them to play. They started winning games. This is when they still had AD. They
Well,
started winning games.
I will give you credit on the defense. Again, I got my
Yeah,
theories on. I think y'all are a crap defensive team, but y'all were playing good defense for a while.
we've been
Now
playing
all of a
the
sudden,
numbers.
okay,
The
you
numbers say
said
it. It ain't nothing else to talk about. The
the
numbers for
front
that
court is out,
time.
right? That's the reason.
The whole front court. The three starters are out. Well, how many teams are gonna win with three starters out? Not naming the
Let's see.
Celtics.
The three starters: LeBron, who's the Hachitachi, and Jackson Hayes.
And
Okay,
Jackson Hayes, yeah. Everything is gone. That's three.
I
Look,
mean,
that's two power forwards in the center.
okay. Jackson Hayes can jump. He's a little bit of a pogo stick. He ain't exactly Marcus Camby in his prime,
His
right?
energy. It's
He ain't
not
that.
just about jumping. It's his energy. He's all over the court, and he's
Oh,
making
so
everybody
the
make
40 got
extra
energy.
passes.
The
Who?
40 brings you energy.
LeBron been playing defense, bro. Especially now that Luka's there, he been playing
That ain't
D.
what I've been seeing in
You
the
can't get
film.
mad.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna try
I
to
don't know
hate
what
on
film you
LeBron too
watching, but
much.
LeBron is defending his man. So as long as LeBron is moving and playing team defense, that's all he got to do. LeBron ain't an own ball defender. He ain't gonna shut down the point guard. He ain't gonna do all of that. If you got
Oh,
somebody quicker than
okay.
him, yeah, they can
What he
get
gonna
around him,
do
but he
is
gonna
what?
play his
He
team
gonna
defense.
place in the field and cherry pick for rebounds and cherry pick for
Hey,
Luka when y'all do make a
a
stop to
rebound
get
is
them
part of playing
cross.
defense, ain't it? A rebound is part of playing defense, right? So if he getting rebounds, if he playing passing lanes, he getting
Let me
rebounds, he
keep it a
playing
stat.
team
Let me keep it a
defense.
stat. And I've seen it in every game I play. I watch y'all play. Y'all get the foul without getting called. That's what it is. Y'all ain't no great
We get the
defensive
what?
team. Y'all get the
We get.
foul people without getting called. That's what it
Come on,
is.
man. Come
Come
on,
on,
bro.
look. Why do
Come
y'all have?
on, bro.
Why do y'all have another season? I don't even gotta look at the stats, and I already know. Y'all got the highest free throw discrepancy in the league.
We probably do
With
because we play in the paint. We
shitty
play in the
perimeter
paint,
defenders.
but we play in the paint. So that's the reason why that's going to be that
Y'all
way.
don't play in the paint. Y'all actually don't play in the
Yeah,
paint.
we do.
Y'all
We
actually
go in
shoot
the
a lot of
hole all
threes.
night long. Reeves go to the paint. Even Luca go to the
I'm gonna
paint
look
right
at the stats. I'm gonna look at the stats on NBA.com. So I'm gonna see. I'm very good with the memory, so I remember what we talk about. And I'm gonna look at the stats, prove it. Here's one of my theories I've always said, right, in all the Facebook groups we always in. I don't never look at stats to make a point. I make my point and then find the stats to support them. That's why
there.
I be cooking cats in debates because y'all are using stat. Y'all look at stats and be like, "Oh, this is what." Nah, man. Look, y'all. The great defense got one. Even Giannis hitting threes. Giannis ain't even going ham. He only got 24 tonight.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
don't.
great
But they've been
defense.
look at how many threes they've been hitting. Look at how
Ah,
many threes the Bucks have hit tonight.
So when y'all run into
Porter hit like
fast
I
legs
think
again,
Porter
he
hit
spreads you
five.
out and hit
Porter
the
hit five.
three.
Well, Porter hit five. No, it's because we double teaming Giannis. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They double teaming
Ah.
Giannis way too early, and he's
Jericho
hitting the
Sims in
open
here.
man.
Shout out to Jericho Sims. Now, yeah, we talking about Tibbs and running players into the ground, and again, like we won our 7th overtime game last night. We won. OG Anunoby played 41 minutes. Mikal Bridges played 37, hit the game winner. And my theory is that Bridges was not speaking for himself because Bridges is the Iron Man. He's the NBA Iron Man. Now, yeah, I'm sure all those starters want about 2 less minutes. And he was actually speaking up for the bench, in my opinion. Because I think Campaign and these guys, and the Campaign has been doing a decent job. I kind of, the way I've been looking at him play lately, I think he's been like auditioning for his next team, right? Because he knows next year he's not coming back. Same thing with Landry Shamet. Oh, look at is that Jemison in the league? See, why ain't Jemison starting? Why ain't Jemison starting?
You talking
For
about
the Lakers. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around because I just saw Jemison make a turnover, and now the Doc Rivers took all the starters out, so this game is officially over 2 minutes ago.
Jemison? Who you talking about?
I was talking about it's garbage time. So, is Bronny getting in the game?
You talking about Don Connect?
Is Bronny even in? Because Connect is there.
I don't even know if Bronny is there. I don't even know if he here. I didn't see him on the bench.
Oh yeah, Bronny back in LA with LeBron. We'll get into that later.
In his daddy's suitcase, you know that. No, Bronny played a G League game last night. He played a G League game last night.
Hey, man, you know what Kuzma did tonight?
He had a slow night tonight. They ain't really passed to him tonight. He was mainly playing defense.
Kuzma was bullying. He was bullying Reeves. And that's what I'm saying. They keep putting Reeves on people bigger than him. Yeah, because he's bigger and
solid. They brought Kuz in for, like I said, since the All-Star break. He leading all small forwards in defensive rating. That's why they brought him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the beginning of this game, Kuzma was running Reeves over.
Milwaukee ain't been a great defensive team, so I need to understand why you get 29 from Luka in the first half. Is this Kevin? Oh, I thought it was Kevin Knox. Oh, because they flopped so crazy. I don't see no contact here. Oh God, they flopped so well. The Lakers are so good at the flop. This Hollins guy did a rip through, and I guess his elbow might have caught the bridge of his nose, and he falls back like so they reviewing the
Oh, you talking about on Goodwin right there? Yeah.
Yeah, they call it a common foul. Yeah, Goodwin. Oh yeah, Goodwin, right?
Let me break this down.
The old boy that was teaching Bronny how to play point guard, the one from I can't even think of his name right now.
What are you talking about?
The guy that was cooking for y'all in the summer league and cooking on your G League. And y'all released him and y'all brought him back.
Oliver.
Yeah. Quincy Olivari. Why don't we even seeing him up on the big? See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I don't like these excuses. Because you're supposed to have, like, when your main guys are there. We're on a 3-game win streak now. Oh, a 2-game win streak. No, is it 3? 2. We beat Sacramento. Yeah, we're on a 2-game win streak out west. We're gonna try to beat Denver. And no, not Denver. Who we play next? We don't beat Denver twice already. We play.
You got the Warriors on Saturday. I know you got the Warriors Saturday.
Yes. So we got a revenge game there, and hopefully Deuce could be there.
Jimmy the Butler. It's good.
Jimmy the Butler, right? You know, yeah. I gotta give Draymond Green some smoke. I know every other platform did because of the whole cat situation, which is, this is what happens with these dead players, right? First of all, you want to sit there, you want to talk about how you don't want to talk to Stephen A. Smith because what he said about Bronny, right? But then you're going to flat out lie in a situation with Cat, right? Saying he missed the game because he was scared of Jimmy Butler. Even though he's played Jimmy Butler 7 times since Jimmy Butler left Minnesota. And he went to Miami this year and dropped 44 and 13, rocking a Scarface t-shirt in Walmart.
I mean, who said that? Was Stephen A. said that?
No, Draymond Green on his podcast. And then when told what happened, Jordan Wood's friend died of breast cancer, right? Probably a young female dying of breast cancer. Of course, you got to go support the wifey in her situation with her friend passing. You want to find out the truth. Oh, I'm sorry, but I heard. Who you heard it from? Who Jimmy told you? Did Jimmy
Yeah.
not tell you? Have enough time to tell you the Cat dropped 44 on him this year? The first Miami game, he dropped 44. Rocking a Scarface t-shirt. So to
Shit.
let you know,
Look,
yeah,
man.
look, you probably was right back then, but I've grown up, and I damn sure ain't scared of your smoke. Come on, man. But
Man,
this is what
Cat
I'm
don't
saying.
show up
But
in no big
you
game,
wanna
man.
because we're
Let's
gonna
keep
get
it
into the Stephen
100.
A.
Cat
stuff later
don't
on.
show up. Cat don't
Say
show up when
again.
it matter most. Stop hyping up Cat. He don't show up
No,
when it
no, no,
matter
no. What you
most.
mean?
Stop
Okay,
hyping up
okay.
Cat.
Well, again, Cat was in the conference finals last year, and when y'all go to the conference finals, that means something, right? Because y'all
He went.
said
They
when y'all
didn't
went to
win.
the conference finals, that was a successful season.
They didn't win,
I
and
even
they got
asked
rid
you in the
of him.
group, huh?
They didn't win, and they got rid of Cat. They didn't win, and they got rid of Cat. They sent him over
See,
to
this
New
is what
York
I
to
hate.
y'all.
This is what I hate. This is what I hate. I
Hey,
really
I'm
hate
just
this.
telling the truth.
The Knicks had the
I'm just
fourth
telling
best
the
record
truth.
in the league this year, right?
Hey,
Now the
you the one
Lakers
who
are probably
told
going
me
to
that
drop.
Randall is back with Minnesota, and now Minnesota balling. I'm
Yeah,
just
and
going
Randall's
off what
balling
you just
himself.
told me. Yeah,
But
Randall over
Randall's
there
balling
balling
himself.
Minnesota with him. They just beat the hell out of Denver last night.
They sure did. And Randall's been
Yeah,
balling himself since he came back from the groin injury,
but I'm telling you,
right?
Cat ain't the dude. You can keep thinking it, but he ain't. And I'm just telling you. I already
Okay,
know. I've
okay,
seen it too many
okay. So now
times.
Cat ain't the dude. See,
He's not.
one thing I always tell you, y'all always going all over the place. All right, Cat has struggled a little bit lately, but this is his best season. I mean, he's a legit all-star starter. I mean, what do y'all talk about?
You gotta understand. I'm not talking about what he do in the regular season. I'm talking about what he do when it matters most. The
Okay,
big
in the
games that
playoffs
y'all need,
last year,
Cat.
he played well. I don't gonna say he
I ain't talking
outplayed the
about
Joker,
last year.
but
I'm talking
he
about
played
right
favorable
now.
in the matchup against the Joker. No, come on, man. This is what I'm saying.
Hey,
Y'all let him
I'm
move
gonna
the
tell you
goalposts. What? Because he
right
don't have a
now.
championship already?
Cat ain't even been winning. How many years was he in Minnesota? He couldn't even get it done. He couldn't
They
do
just
nothing.
got
We
to the
can lose
conference
Cat. He gonna
finals
win a
last year. Why
championship.
is it a big deal when the Lakers make the conference
How
finals?
long? How
But
long Cat been
Minnesota,
in the
who's
league?
been
How long
that's as
Cat been in
far
the
as they
league?
ever been. They only got to
How
wait
long?
a minute,
How
in the
long Cat
KG
been in the
era,
league?
they only got to one
How
conference
long?
finals.
How long Cat been in the league?
He's been in the league for this will be his 10th year.
And he been in Minnesota that whole time, right?
Yeah.
And the first time they go to the conference finals, he not even the lead players, and
Okay.
that's why they
This is
got
what I'm
rid of
saying.
Cat.
Now he ain't the lead player. He ain't the
He wasn't the
this.
star.
He
No,
ain't
he
the
wasn't.
that.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Okay,
Until
you
you tell
realize
me
that
it wasn't.
by the time Kevin Garnett got to the conference finals in 2004, he had spent 9 years in Minnesota, right?
Kevin Garnett was always the man on that team. You never question
Okay,
KG.
but whether he was the man or not, as far as he ever did was get to the conference finals, right? And he did it one time.
Yeah. But look who he had to
By the
go through.
time he left Minnesota, he had only been out the first round one time in his whole career.
Now I'm be honest.
So
What did
are
they
you
do to
telling me
KG though?
KG's not the
What did
man?
they do to KG? What did they do to KG? They took away
I
who?
realized it, but wait a minute. So
They got
they
rid of
took
Starberry,
the
man.
first
Don't act
round
like they
pick.
didn't get rid of that man.
They
They
took the
don't act like
first
they
round
didn't
pick
break
for
up his.
6 straight years, right?
They broke up his team. They broke up what it was. I mean, come on, he in Minnesota. He ain't playing. He ain't got nobody. He got there. He had to build it up. I give KG that. He came right out of high school balling. Cat is
There's a lot
not
of
KG,
excuses,
bro.
bro.
I would take KG
There's
over
a
Cat
lot of
every day of the week.
excuses. There's
Hey,
a
I'm
lot
just
of
keeping it real.
excuses.
You
See,
take Cat over KG.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. The
Okay, then
argument that I'm making,
don't make
the
that
argument
comparison
that
because
I'm
that's a
making
bad
is why
comparison.
is it a big deal when KG got to one conference finals in 10 years. The same results and Cat at least got when they got to the playoffs a lot, right? Locked up in the first round. But
Did Cat have Wiggins and Jimmy Butler?
Cat had
Did
Wiggins and
Cat
Jimmy
have
Butler,
Wiggins and
yes.
Jimmy? Did he
He had
have it?
Wiggins and
What'd they
Jimmy
do?
Butler.
What'd that team do?
They got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
I
So
believe they made
he
the
didn't
playoffs
have
one
they
other
got
year. I gotta check that.
and what
I
did
mean, look,
Jimmy Butler say
Minnesota's a
about
crap
what did Jimmy
organization.
Butler say?
Period.
What was Jimmy Butler's words?
Cat was soft. And I agree. Same
Okay.
thing. I agree with it.
So
I agree with it.
I'm not just
But the
saying
point,
this. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just saying this.
But you know
Jimmy
what?
left Cat,
Again, that
went
was
to the
then.
finals.
What year was Jimmy Butler there?
Wiggins
2018,
leaves Cat.
2019? We talking about
Wiggins
pre-pandemic,
left
right?
Cat was damn near. Wiggins left Cat and could have been Finals MVP if it wasn't for Steph.
Okay, look. Okay, let's do this. Kevin Garnett got Marbury, Anthony Peeler. They had Malik Sealy. He passed away in 2000, but they had Malik Sealy for a few years. Again,
And who they had
Marbury
to
didn't
play
get
through?
traded
They
to
had
the
to go
Nets
through
till like
Kobe and
99
Shaq.
or 2000, right? 99?
Yeah, and they had to go through Kobe and Shaq.
Oh, they had to go through Kobe and Shaq. See, all these
Yes,
goalposts.
they
Okay,
did.
why did
I'm
they get a
just being
better seat so
honest.
they didn't get Kobe and Shaq?
I'm just keeping it real. They had to go through Kobe and Shaq. The Western Conference was way better at that
Why didn't they
time.
get a
You
better
had a bunch
seed
of
so they could
teams.
avoid Kobe
You
and
had
Shaq?
San Antonio. You
Why
had the
couldn't they go
Spurs,
against the
Duncan,
Spurs?
and all that. Come on, man. Huh?
No, but
They
see,
can't. Well, how they gonna beat Tim
at
Duncan?
the end of the day, you don't want
The
to give
Spurs is wrong as
Carlton
hell.
Towns none of the credit for getting to the conference final. Mind you, beating the defending champion. Did Kevin Garnett beat the defending champions when he got to the conference finals?
The Kevin Garnett. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know who they
They got
played.
the
I ain't gonna
conference
say
finals
nothing like
in
I know.
04. That means the defending champions would have been the Spurs. I don't think they beat the Spurs to get to the conference finals. I don't think so. I could be
I don't
wrong.
even know who they played. Don't ask me. I don't
Yeah,
know
see,
who they
we'll have
played.
to check all these things, but you know,
Yeah.
it is again, end of the day, there's truth. There's always some truth, and there's always some overblown bullshit. Jimmy Butler was right back then. He was. I get what he was doing was challenging these two guys, him and Wiggins, who are very, very talented, to be more tough. And he was right,
Mhm.
right? But the fact of the matter is, at this point, Cat has grown. He's playing his best ball. He's second in the league in rebounding. He was the all-star starter. You got to give props where it's due. You understand? And
I'm
again, we're
like,
gonna stay
but
on this
that's what
coach
I'm
tip.
saying.
I
I'm
think,
not
I think,
talking
I
about
think.
Cat. I ain't talking about him as a regular season guy, as a stat getter, or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call him a stat pattern, but a guy that can get you numbers. He can play on that all-star level. But when it's time to really get out and get grimy and win, because it's time to win to get you to a championship, he ain't that dude.
See, but it
He
ain't
falls
fair
back.
when you want to dismiss the fact that he played well in the playoffs last year, especially against the defending champions.
He played
You can't.
okay in the playoffs. He did. To me, he was never the guy he was supposed to be.
Okay, whether
And
he
that's
was a
what I'm
guy or
saying.
not. See, everybody. I think we do this too much. Everybody can't be the guy. Sometimes Steph had to take a step back to let KD shine, right? Steph at any point could have took over any of them games in the two Warriors champion, right? And mind
No,
you,
I'll be
they
honest
went
with
for a
you. It
three-peat,
wasn't
right? And
Steph didn't take a step back. KD was just that motherfucker. And I'm just
okay,
being real
well,
about that. Steph balled in them championships too. Believe me, he balled. Steph had good numbers in
he
them
bought, but
finals.
he still
It's
was
just KD was that
clearly the
motherfucker.
second guy.
Yeah, it was just KD getting 30 and 35 and Steph getting 26 and 27. That ain't stepping
Well,
back.
okay,
That's
then
just
what was
KD
Cat
in
getting? Cat was getting a lot of 25s, and I would have to look at the numbers. I saw him doing a bang up job helping to slow down Jokic and scoring. Cat play. I can look at Cat's playoff numbers last year, and they were not that good against Dallas. I give you that. They weren't that great against Dallas. They weren't that bad either. Again, end of
But it
the
wasn't
day,
that
and,
great. It
and,
was a
and
lot
that's
of
one
fourth
thing.
quarters.
I'm gonna
Cat
get
was out
back
the
to the
game.
Tibbs running. No. One thing I believe is that Cat could use a few minutes off. That's why I'm glad Mitchell Robinson's back. Again, I think Mitchell Robinson's back. He's got about, I know Mitchell Robinson's like on a 15, 20-minute play limit. You couldn't use him in the overtime last night because I think he's still on that. Thibodeau don't call it a minutes limit either. He calls it a guideline, which is funny. Because this is one thing. If you know anything about Tibbs is old school. He don't believe in rest. He don't believe in load management. And I actually think that works because the Knicks don't have a lot of injury. And the injuries we get
The
are
Knicks
bang,
get
bang
injuries at
injuries.
the worst
Look,
time of the year, bro. They get their injuries
but
at the
wait a
end of
minute.
the
It's
season.
not, but
Everybody
these are
is
not
wore
wear
down.
down injuries. Look, if the Knicks
I'm
make their
like
free
this.
throws, we don't play in. Hold on. If the Knicks make their free throws against the Lakers, we don't play in overtime and Brunson don't get hurt. So if you're
Okay.
going to look at it, how many starters minutes have we lost? How many starters have we lost games to injuries? OG got hurt with the what's the name again, a non-contact foot injury. You gonna tell me that's from overuse? All right, maybe I'll give you OG, but OG's
My
back and
thing
playing
about
stuff
OG
right
is
now.
like, okay, but you don't put it this way, OG don't need to be playing 40 and 35 minutes right now because he
Josh
just came
Hart
off an
had to
injury.
run his knee for one game. The other game he had
Josh
something
Hart is
personal
getting
going on.
overplayed too. But I'm being look,
But
we
wait, no,
already
the
know
point that I'm
teams
making
run their
though
players
is
into the ground.
hold on. But the point that I'm making is, and I keep making this point. I keep making this point. For a guy that runs people in the ground, we don't have the wear down injuries. We don't. The one I could give you was OG, and OG missed about 6 or 7 games and was back. Right?
Yeah, but he don't need to come back and play all the minutes right now because your
No,
point, the real
see,
thing
and
is
that's the thing. I agree with that. There's two
you
ways to
got
look at
your
this.
position
Hold on,
locked
hold on,
in.
hold
That's
on,
my
hold
thing.
on. There's 2 ways to look at it. There's 2 ways to look at it. The point that I'm making is Tibbs don't agree, he don't believe in all this new age rest day shit and minutes limits. Again, he won't even call the Mitchell Robinson situation a minutes limit. He calls it a guideline. He said it's a guideline from the medical staff. He won't call it a
Yeah.
minutes limit. He said it's
Okay.
guideline. So I'm just telling you, that goes to show you he don't believe in rest. He don't believe in load management. None of that. None of this new shit that they into, right? And so
But do you believe
therefore,
he's stupid or not? Is my question.
I do believe. I agree with Tibbs on this. See, it's complex. I agree that Tibbs need to chill with the minutes, but I do agree with the way Tibbs looks at things. He don't do that load management. The Knicks have not for 5. This is his 5th year here. We have not had one guy sit out a game for rest. We have not had one guy sit out a game through load management. Right now, Emmanuel Quickly is going to play like 35 games this year. And right now, they got him on a minutes limit and rest. And go back and look, Emmanuel Quickly as his development plan for Tibbs. Matter of fact, Quickly got there the first year Tibbs got there. And contrary to popular opinion, as a rookie, he played, even when we traded for Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose down there won 6th man of the year, Quickly was still playing. So the idea that he don't play rookies, that's a little overblown. The idea that, again, Quickly popping. The point that I'm making is the Knicks are like number 1 in least starter games missed with injury. Like we have the least amount of starter games missed due to injury. Even with you got OG and you got Brunson, right? Cat missed about 3 games because of injuries. One of them was a personal. A Hart missed 1 game because of injury and 1 because of personal. He had to run his knee in a one personal game, right? Mikal Bridges is Mr. Iron Man. And again, right? My theory on it, everybody's been talking about it. I think the captain rehabbing in New York said, what, Bridges? I mean, and I got to watch. Shout out to the Roommates podcast because him and what's the interview Dolan. Look, things are changing in Knicks land because Dolan doing it. Of course, he's interviewing with his two of his best players, right? But Dolan doing an interview on a podcast, whoa. Dolan never believed in public relations. That's one of the things that's been holding the Knicks. Dolan is a cool guy when you really look at him, because I'm looking at the what's name.
Get the
But he
fuck out of
actually
the
was
way.
on there, and
That's
they
the
were talking
best
about
thing,
the
man.
league. They were talking about the team. First question they asked, well, how do you feel about us doing a podcast, right? Because we had the whole controversy about players' podcasts and stuff. And he was like, listen, you guys, as long as you guys get to practice and, as long as you guys get to practice, I'm all for it. I don't, this is what y'all do. As they was laying it out, all they got to do is show up and pretty much run down. They don't like everything is done for them, and all they are voices, and then they read out sponsorship. So they do the podcast twice a month. Like when they take that podcast, the Knicks were 40-20. This was after we beat Miami, so this was before the 3-game losing streak. Now, if you want to say that's why we lost to the Lakers, and that's why we lost we lost another game in between that, and then we lost to the Clippers, right? The Clippers lost, I think, once we lost Brunson. I think we would beat the Clippers if we didn't lose Brunson. We didn't have a chance to go through make a new game plan, and then we came back and we won the next 2. Last night we could have put Portland away at any time or whatever, But
Man, you gotta
see,
just see your best
my
player
point
being
is
out. It is what
everybody
it is.
runs this tip,
Yeah.
runs. I argue this with my peoples. I argue this with other Knicks fans. It's not the fact that the players are overworked. That again, he could give them less minutes a game. Each starter should get 2 less minutes, and that's 10 more minutes for the bench. That means if you're not playing Precious Achua or somebody that night, Precious Achua should get that 10 minutes from whatever you give the bench players, right? Leave Campaign in there a couple of more minutes, right? Especially when Campaign is cooking. There's some nights where I want Campaign to get the quick yank. But then you know what? Go with someone else. Again, we're not playing our rookies. You know, for all those who say we give up too many picks for Bridges, we're not playing our rookies. And, you know, look, that's just the way it is. But the fact of the matter is, Tim does a good job because at the end of the day, our players don't get hurt. I'm not saying relatively. Obviously, we've had a couple of injuries and a couple of bang injuries, right? OG was a non-contact. Again, I don't think it had nothing to do with them. If we make our goddamn free throws, we win that Lakers game, and there's no overtime for Jalen Brunson to get hurt. You understand
But
what I'm
tell me
saying?
this: what's the
Go
use
ahead.
of having depth if you don't use it?
Well, I think the issue is too the trade. Like we lost a lot of our bench. Losing Hartenstein, obviously. Remember, Hartenstein was designed to come off the bench last year.
Hartenstein, yeah, I've been telling you that the whole season
Yeah.
that
So
was major.
and then the trade, DiVincenzo was going to come off the bench.
I told you
So we
those are
lose
the 2
him.
players that you missing the most. I told you that.
No, and
I've
I
been
get it.
telling you that the whole time.
So my idea, again, as I say, like you make any excuse, right? My idea is you make another guy. So you find another guy. Basically, now we got in a DiVincenzo role, we got Landry Shamet. That's a huge drop off. Because Shamet can make a couple of the open threes, but he, obviously he's not near the player.
Dante is
He was
a
out of the
dog,
league pretty
bro.
much.
Dante is a fucking dog. They brought that team. They brought that. Who did they play for? All 3 of them. What college was they all at together?
Villanova.
Yeah, they brought that Villanova core back together. They was playing together. It was great. Why you would fuck that up? I don't know.
Well, obviously, okay.
They did.
If anybody understand the situation with Randall, once Randall didn't sign the extension, he had signed it there, and then Minnesota. So when Karl Anthony Towns is available, obviously you explore the need for that trade. It would might have been a straight up trade and just a couple of picks. Huh?
I already told you, but you say you could. It wasn't no
But you
possibility.
talking about the all-star star and center, man.
You talking about it? Hey, I told you how I feel about him. He's not a real one to me. He's a showpiece.
Okay, but he's not a bum. See, this is what I'm saying.
He ain't a bum. I ain't calling him a bum.
I get it. I have the same because I've said the same thing, but you cannot deny this. Number one, this is his best season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The best regular season. And I mean, look, I look at the game different. I don't care what you do on the average versus mediocre teams or in games that don't have no hype. I care what you do in the hype games. I want to see who show up when the lights are the brightest.
So you realize against Denver, he cooked, right? You realize against Denver, he cooked
against Denver. I give him that. He cooked against Denver. Where the hell was he against Boston?
Remember, your boy said Butler got his heart. He dropped 44 on Miami. That's not a big game.
No, Miami, no, hell no. Miami, who the hell is Miami?
I don't care. Look, okay, did Miami not get to the finals as an AC?
But Miami has been trash all year. Come on, let's be honest. Miami's not good.
Obviously they trash now after trading Butler, but Miami
they was trash when they had Butler. That's why they got rid of him.
But wait a minute,
Miami all year.
Miami ain't dead till you kill them, and they gonna go to the play-in, right?
But Miami ain't shit right now. Once Jimmy left, the Heart walked out the room.
Them out.
Yeah, but when
I know we've been going back
Jimmy was faking injuries and missing practice and doing whatever the hell he want to do, being late to the plane.
That's the issues, of course.
All this crazy.
And now you got Rozier being investigated by the FBI for throwing games or point shaving.
Yeah, there's all kind of shit going on. Say Miami,
you know what? I don't care until you eliminate Miami. Until you eliminate them, Miami always gonna be a big game. That arena is going to be a big game. So
that's like saying,
I could go and look at the what. Remember, this guy dropped 62 last year. Again, regular season, blah blah blah. I don't know. Okay, we can get off of town.
Okay,
I want to
wait a
get on the
minute.
Bridges.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example of what you're saying.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
Golden State and Sac is a local big game. You get what I'm saying? That's an
Okay.
in-state, in-division rivalry. But Sac ain't shit right now.
You know
So
how
it's not
how
it's
far New
not
York
really a
is
big game.
from Miami?
I mean, I know how far it is, but it's right on that same coast, and y'all built that
Man, bro.
situation. You gotta think, I live in
It'll take you
California.
a day
My
to
state,
drive.
I'm saying I live in California. My state go almost from the top to the bottom. So you get what
The
I'm
East
saying? That's an
Coast is
hour flight.
look at
Yeah,
them.
that's a
Look at the
couple
map
hour
next
flight.
time. The East Coast is about twice the length of the West Coast.
But I'm saying Miami to New York is what, a 2 hour flight?
No, it's about 3 to 4, 3.5.
I mean,
I
I
know
did a
because the
couple
last
times.
time I
It
went to
might be 3.
Brazil, we stopped over in Miami when we went to Rio.
Because I know from Miami, I flew from New
It
York
take you 4 to get to DR.
to
So
Jamaica, and
it
it
take
only
you
took
4
3
hours to get to
hours.
DR.
I thought it took 3 to get from New York to Jamaica. Because we did a connecting
Nah.
flight
I
from New
mean,
York to
shit,
Jamaica.
I
It
don't
was
know.
about
Maybe
3
it's one of
hours.
them new flights. I don't know, but from JFK to Jamaica is at least about 4 hours. Because I go to Brazil, so Brazil
Maybe it
8,
was 3.5.
and we
Maybe
fly
3
up
and
to
a half.
DR. That's the halfway point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe it's
so that's
about
the
3 and
half.
a
But it's
half
4
then.
hours,
Okay.
and in
Yeah.
a car you drive at least 26 hours, 24, 25,
Yeah,
26
car is
hours.
it's like driving
You
to
got to
LA.
do that
That's a
in
5 or
turns.
6 hour drive. Yeah.
Matter of fact, probably if I do put it on Google, it's about 22 hours. And that's like straight shot. Of course, you already know you got to gas up, pee, all that shit. So
Yeah.
that it's gonna take you
So
a day to drive from New York.
let's
So
talk
that's not
about
a
though. But
local
the thing
rivalry,
is,
bro.
New York and Miami, what other teams is on that coastline? You got the Nets,
The
the
Hornets,
Knicks,
the
Charlotte.
Hornets,
You consider that?
Philadelphia.
I guess you can
Now
consider that
Philly is a
coastline.
local rivalry. It takes 2 hours to drive
Yeah,
from New York to Philly.
Philly is okay. So say New York,
It takes
and
4 hours
Philly.
to drive
Yeah, you
to
know what I'm saying?
Boston.
It's just not. It's not. It's not a big time rivalry, is what I'm saying. Unless both teams are
Man,
good.
don't you know the Knicks and
When both
Heat
teams are
played 4
good,
straight times in the playoffs?
it's a big time rivalry. But I'm saying nobody is tuning in to watch Knicks Miami this year. It's not a big deal.
Well,
That's what
without
I'm
Jimmy,
saying.
yeah, the spice will be gone. But
And
Jimmy
that's
was
what I'm
there. That's
talking
the
about.
point. See, y'all love moving the goalpost, bro. I
No,
swear,
I just
maybe y'all on
compared
the
the
West
Warriors and
Coast.
Sac to the same thing. It's not a big game because Sac ain't that good right now. Now, if they still had De'Aaron Fox and all of that, it might have been a bigger game, but it's still
They
not.
over
It's not a
500.
big game right now. They
Yeah,
over 500, but
there's
it's
no
not.
spice there. I get it.
But
There's no spice
you
there.
get what I'm
Maybe
saying?
with
It's
De'Aaron
not a
Fox
big
is still
game.
there.
Yeah.
But they
Just like
look,
shit.
and Sacramento going to make it the play-in tournament.
They probably will.
All right, y'all
The whole
played in the
division,
playoffs recently.
the whole Pacific Division is going to be in the playoffs to some extent. Playoffs and play
See,
in.
so I'm saying, like, bro, it is some spice there because you never know. You might be
Yeah, but it
playing for
just
your
ain't. It
spot. You
ain't.
might be playing.
It's not
They
2
might
years
knock
ago.
y'all
That's
down
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
play-in. Look, there's always something. There's always something. Look,
Yeah,
we
it's
beat
just not.
we beat the
It's
brakes off
not the same
Sacramento the
game
other
as two
night.
years ago when Sacramento had made their resurgence. You know what I'm saying, under Mike Brown, and they had came back and they were the better team, and then the Warriors came in and
Right.
knocked them out the playoffs. It ain't that. That's what I'm saying. It's like years. Some years it's gonna be bigger than it is. Some years it's gonna be less. Lakers and Warriors. That was a local rivalry until Steph and them came. You know what I'm saying? It was. I was at the Sleepy Floyd game. You know what I'm saying? It was a local rivalry, but then it turned into something big because Steph and them start winning championships. Then the Lakers
Yeah.
get what? They get LeBron. So now you go, Steph and been playing LeBron in the finals with the Cavs. Now he with the Lakers. Now it's a major thing now. You know what I'm saying? Every time they play, it's a major thing. They might have had the biggest ratings in the season until the Lakers played Boston the other day for that Christmas game with Steph and LeBron. So that's always a big game. But you gotta
Yeah.
have the names, you gotta have the stars. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
See,
when Jimmy on
I
that
think y'all
bullshit,
do a
there ain't
lot
no
of
more
one thing.
stars.
I think y'all do a lot of select. Y'all want the games to matter. That's why I always would do. Which games matter? Because I mean,
I put it this way: I
which
would
tell me
love
what
for
games
New
matter.
York and Miami to matter, but it just wasn't a big game this year. To me,
So
what games that matter right
New
now?
York and Boston matters, right?
Hell yeah. New York got 2 more games against Cleveland and 1 against Boston. Them games is big for y'all. Them huge games.
Yeah, they are. But wait a minute. The Knicks
Y'all
and
need that confidence builder. I'll be honest.
the Knicks and the Celtics have played for the last 3-4 years. They have played very close down the wire, but nobody seems to remember that. I remember
What did I tell
again
you last
opening
year
night.
about? What did I tell you last year about the Knicks?
What did you tell me?
I told you this might be y'all year.
Yeah, and
Before
then we
Brunson
lost
got
we
hurt,
lost a whole
I
starting
told you.
lineup in the
I
playoffs.
told you I thought y'all could beat Boston. I told you. Y'all, when y'all got a no beat, y'all had the wing players. I said y'all got enough to beat Boston. I told you that.
And then we lost a whole starting line. We lost
Y'all got
Bogdanovich.
everybody got hurt. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Everybody got hurt.
Yeah.
So
again,
I'm not gonna act like the Knicks don't play big games. They do.
This is my thing. I think the issue that most of y'all do is y'all make it. Y'all think everything is set. Anything can happen right now, bro. Anything can happen.
Injuries happen. I mean,
Boston looks like to be the hardest team to beat in a 7-game series, but rest assured, you won't hear it here. 10 toes down. Boston can't be beat. They're not a juggernaut.
hey, I'm gonna tell you why Boston can be beat. They shoot too many goddamn threes. 60.
Goddamn
Why
right.
they lose the other night to OKC? 62 fucking threes. If they stop
shot
doing
63
that shit
last night. 63 actually.
I did, and they only made 20. But they was hot in the first
20.
half.
Exactly.
They was hot in the first half, and they fucked the game off in the second half because they keep shooting. Why did they let the Lakers come back that night? Because they kept shooting fucking threes. That's why I don't care about Boston getting the lead, because you know you're going to get a chance to come back because they're going to keep taking shots that don't make no fucking sense. Now, especially when you got Tatum and Brown, you got Tatum and Brown and White, who can all take their man off the dribble and get to the rim. And they big. So it's like, and people leave White out of that shit, but he's part of it too. And he can get to the rim too. And I was telling some fucking Celtic fans last night, what the fuck y'all doing? Why don't just go to the rim? Y'all bigger than them. And they don't
segue. That's the perfect. Yeah, what you're talking about right now is a perfect segue because we're gonna get into the MVP ladder, right? And last night was one of them reasons, and I love Tatum. But last night, if you an MVP, you get Boston to win that game. You get Boston to win that game. And here's the problem. Your team shot 63 threes, and you had a chance to win, and you were shooting them damn fadeaways. That's why you're a terrific player. You're all first team. I'll tell Joey this. I hope Joey's watching. I'll tell Joey this. Terrific player, but he's not an MVP. And SGA proved why he's the MVP last night. Now, you got the MVP.
I call that bad coaching last night too.
Mazzulla?
I'm not letting HGA beat me. I'm doubling his ass. Take the ball out of his hands. Make them other motherfuckers do it.
That's true. But then, see, one thing I know is you saw this too. Lou Dort was one of the worst 3-point shooters in the league a few years ago, and now he's shooting 40%. So what? This goes to Jermaine's deal. OKC is a perfect example of how being patient and not needing to be the show in LA, because you can do that in OKC, right? They can be patient in OKC. But when you do that, you get a great team. Now, a lot of people don't believe that they're going to win. I think they're the second hardest team to beat in a 5-game series because they got so many pieces, interchangeable. They got so much defense. Now with Chet was reminding me low key of the Admiral last night. The way he was like contorting his body to make them. Chet is the real deal. He's backed up with the beef paws by Isaiah Iheart. They got a squad there. And
I think you got Chet, but he wasn't playing against Porzingis last night.
So what?
He wasn't playing against Porzingis.
See, again, Boston got Lou Cornette and they got Al Horford. I don't look. I get Boston is plus Porzingis got an illness. He got a mystery illness, so hopefully he's okay.
Some crazy shit. Yeah,
he got some crazy. Like I don't know if it's supposed to the new strand of COVID or whatever, but
he got some crazy virus. I don't know what's going on with him.
Part of me believes that they want to keep him out with this for the longest, so he can get ready for the playoffs. And I don't want to hear no excuses from Boston fans. So hopefully he does.
I mean, to me, they almost better with Horford playing majority of the minutes. Horford is a much better defender.
Yeah, they're a little more interchangeable. He's a little more physical. So I don't want to hear about him not playing against KP because
what I'm saying is
technically I think his skill level.
Boston can get a
I
lot
think they're about
bigger
the same.
if they playing Horford and Porzingis together. They get a lot bigger. They can get huge. You can have White. You can have White, Tatum Brown, Horford, and Porzingis on the floor.
But chess move. They can go to I Heart Chet Jalen Williams front court.
You talking about Hartenstein?
Yeah, Hartenstein.
Okay.
Big pickup. They record is crazy with Hartenstein playing. Crazy. I think they lost like 6 games all season when him playing.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Chess moves. Yeah. So the MVP.
But my whole thing is, I'm still making them other dudes beat me. I'm not letting SGA do it.
All right, man. We've been dominating the conversation. What's your MVP ladder? Hey, man, you there?
I'm not.
All right, May might be. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was asking, what's your MVP ladder? Like, who if you had to rank them, like top 3, top 5?
2 people. It's Shea and Jokic, man. I just think that
there ain't nobody else in their class.
Shea team got the best record in the West. He's a scoring champion. They're about to clinch number 1 seed for the second straight year. Now Jokic is right there, man, but I think Shea deserves it, man. They can't, he meet the criteria. And I think
I agree with you on that.
I think he's the MVP.
Yeah, I think it's consensus here.
I mean, I'll be honest. It's basically a 1A, 1B. And because of what Shea Gilders is doing with OKC this year and their record and how many games they won, you can't argue giving it to him. Jokic is doing some crazy shit. Let's not act like he ain't. He doing some legit lunatic shit. You know what I'm saying? That 30-20-20 game the other night. Come on, but he doing shit we ain't never seen before. But at the same time, Shea Gilders is throwing what he had like 3 50-point games in a row or some crazy shit. He doing Kobe shit. He doing shit we ain't seen since Kobe. Where cats is just going off and scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring. So what he's doing and where his team is, you got to give it to him this year. I mean, I think put it this way, Joker could have had like 5 in a row, numbers wise. You know what I'm saying? He literally could have had 5 MVPs in a row and nobody could have said shit. But yeah, this year it's like, you got to give it to Shea. It's like Jordan could have had 1 million, then they gave it to Karl Malone 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Shout out to my bro. Hold on, I'm gonna highlight. We got a couple of comments. Shout out to Sports Chicago Podcast. Thank you, man, for showing up. Like and subscribe to the video, man. We getting started over here, man. We gonna be one of the better YouTube basketball channels on. We just getting started here, man. We just like I said, when we get started, we just gonna talk hoops. Put a couple of topics out there and talk hoops, and I think we do it at a pretty good level. Shout out to my boy, shout out to my brother Chris Hayes. That's my brother, my little bro, Broski. Shout out, man. Thank you for tuning in. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got a podcast. I got a platform to come on and yap my gum. If anybody, look, my brother is 3 years younger than me, man. We've been playing hoops. He was he was state champion down in North Carolina, East Bladen Cougars, and he balled big time. And you know what I'm saying? So we've been talking hoops and playing hoops and all this growing up, man. So yeah, I got my little platform to yap, and that's what we over here doing, man. But yeah, consensus, it's gotta be SGA. And I've always said this, I've not gotten an MVP. I know I know what the MVP voters are looking for, right? Because everybody will say, well, is it about the numbers or is it about the winning? It's a combination of both. Like, the fact of the matter is, if Denver had 50 wins, then then Joker will be on his next, will be probably going to win his next MVP. But because 53 wins, 53 and 12, is that much more special than 43 and 23 or whatever Denver is. That's what, how many 65 win teams do you get? You don't get a lot. So the fact that you get 65 wins, a scoring title, your team is historic numbers in a plus minus. Like, I think he's like +7. And again, guys like Kendrick Perkins talk about it's supposed to be LeBron. I know the ESPN, they love to do that. They love the, when the Lakers. LeBron is -26 on the season. And plus minus. SGA, I don't know what he is after the last few games, but when I looked at it, he was plus 750. There's levels to it. And so he's playing great on both sides. Again, I'm not going to say that the Joker, because I heard the Joker's like got 1.6 steals or something. Like, the numbers are crazy. And again, the numbers are going to be crazy in this era, period. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are going to be crazy in this era.
Joker won MVP this year. You couldn't argue it. You can't be mad if he did. We give it to
telling you he's not. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you he's not, because with the numbers that SGA is putting up, even though Joker's is a little bit more impressive, the fact that he's doing this and mind you, right? They're saying, well, at least he got an all-star next to him. Well, Murray is a borderline all-star. If honestly, and when I did the all-star breakdown, that was one of my first shows to do the all-star predictions. I had Murray on the cusp, and I was trying to get Murray in that team because I believe the way he performed, he deserves to be an all-star. Problem is, there are more guards in the West than there are forwards. So therefore, Jalen Williams got it, being that y'all have it's not a lot of great forwards, especially power forwards, small forwards. The fact of the matter is, LeBron was a starter, and at the time he was only averaging 24 a game. So, and I was trying to make an argument for who else could be the starter. There's not a lot of forwards out there in the West. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the fact that you're saying that Murray ain't an all-star and Jalen Williams is an all-star, Murray has been big time. Murray in the finals run played his ass off, bro.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you say all-star, you're talking about what he did this year. If you're not, put it this way, if you're not Steph, if you're not LeBron, if you're not KD,
hold on. You're moving the goalposts again.
No, I'm just look. Okay, those are top 3 vote getters. Okay, so those guys got the popularity vote. They got the NBA behind them. They got the money. They who the fans want to see. You got to understand the All-Star game is also a popularity contest. It's about who bring the most viewers to the game. It ain't even about who playing the best. That's why you get so many snubs every year.
It is, but see, you moving the goalposts, right? I tried to get him Cat. See, you doing it. No, I got you. You contradicting yourself. Because when I was giving Cat props for his this year, well, what has he done when it matters? What has he done in the playoffs?
That's a different conversation. That's not I never said Cat wasn't an all-star. I said he is an all-star.
Okay,
I'm saying he's not.
Now I'm telling you based on the fact. I'm telling you based on the fact that Murray has played well in the playoffs. Murray was like shut from above the rim that whole damn playoff, especially against the Lakers. Murray was the second best player in that series, and that's including AD and LeBron. Matter of fact, LeBron was the 5th best player in that series. Y'all got swept because Austin Reeves played better than LeBron. Okay, so Murray been on the court with LeBron and was better than him in a series. So the idea that he's not helped is just something that's what I'm trying to defeat that narrative. To tell me that Murray, because he's never been an all-star. This is when y'all do this. Oh, well, Murray's an all-star. Jalen Williams got his first one, and again, he deserved it. But by the same token, Murray was only not an all-star because there's so many guards out there. Luka wasn't even an all-star. Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got Harden, you got Steph, you still had Dame Lillard at the time. You know what I'm saying? Them 3 alone, that's 3
Murray over Harden. I would take Murray over Harden. I think they put Harden on because the Clippers had a winning record, and they had to put
that's what I'm saying.
I think Powell should have got
numbers. Yeah, exactly. You got numbers. That's what I'm saying. But it's also perennial. Look at these names. You talking about guys that's 6, 7, 8, 9.
Think about this. Go back. Hold on. Let me think about this. KJ made like 3 All-Star games. Tim Hardaway is like a 3 times. You know why? Because the West had so many damn guards back in that day. It was hard to put
Yeah.
all like. I mean, in the point you got Gary
Yeah.
Payton, John Stockton, Magic Johnson, that's just the point guards. Clyde Drexler. I mean, damn, Mitch Richmond. It was hard to put all them guys on. You only gonna put 4
And you
5
couldn't.
at
And that's what I'm
most
saying.
6
And you couldn't
guards
do
on
it.
the All-Star
And you
game.
couldn't do it. Yeah, and you
So
couldn't
one
do
of
it.
them
So
guys was
some people
left out,
got
putting up monster numbers. That's my point, though.
Yeah.
That's my point. Sometimes, when the guard depth in your conference is deep, you're not gonna make a lot of All-Star teams.
Yeah, you're not. Murray is an all-star caliber player. Nobody's saying he's not. My thing about Murray is he don't show up all the time.
Well,
He goes
I
through his
get
little
that,
lull.
but
He
again,
goes through his lull.
Remember, he battled a lot of injuries from the bubble. He had the
I get it, but
the
that's 2
ACL
years ago.
tear.
What's going on? You got to do. It's like he
But
ain't.
what's going on? See,
He
this
has
is what
not
I
gotten back
mean.
to where he
What's going
was.
on
That's
in
what I'm saying.
2023? Hold on, bro. In 2023, he showed up and was busting ass as the second best player of a championship team.
Okay, but let's go to last year. He played off and on last year. Then he got to the playoffs against the Lakers. He going crazy every fourth quarter. Every fourth quarter he going nuts.
Look at your boy
Then
Reed, right?
you play Minnesota and he disappeared.
Well, Minnesota was one of the best defensive teams in the league last year.
But when you that dude, you can't disappear. You can't
I
disappear.
don't think he disappeared. I think he struggled.
I will struggle, whatever it is, he wasn't there. He didn't step up and do what he needed to do for that team to win. So that means, they blaming it on you, bro. You and Porter catching that heat because it ain't gonna be Joker. It ain't Joker fault. It's y'all two fault. Y'all didn't do what y'all supposed to do.
Well,
So that's where Murray.
That's where Murray. Check. Like he wasn't.
But
I mean,
why is he being
I'm
held
not.
in
See,
check?
I don't like to
If
do
they
this.
doing,
They ran into a
what they
team.
supposed to do.
They ran into
If
a
they
team that was a
doing,
little deeper and had a little bit more depth, and that's what.
no. Let's speak specifically on what Minnesota did. They doubled Joker. They took the ball out of Joker's hands. He gave it to them too, and they didn't do what they needed to do. They didn't.
But that's
seal
what
the deal.
happens when you are a great defensive team. You
But
can
hey,
overcome those doubles.
but if you're an all-star caliber dude, you got to do it. When they took the ball out of Shaq's hands and gave it to Kobe, Kobe lit that ass up. You get what I'm saying? When they got the ball out of Taylor's hands and put it in Brown lit that ass up. You got to do it.
You telling me Kobe only ate off of Shaq double teams?
No, I'm not saying he only ate off Shaq double teams. I'm just saying that when that occurred, he showed up. When Tatum got shut down and when they went after Tatum, Brown showed up last year. That's why he got Finals MVP. You got to have that other dude. You can't win it with one guy. And I'm trying. It's going to change the conversation a little bit, but that's what's going on.
My point is, Murray was that other dude when they won the championship.
He was when they won
last year. You already said he cooked in the Lakers series, but then
then he fell off in the next one. Yeah, he fell off in the series.
Again,
Minnesota. He fell off versus a better team.
And Minnesota is still a very good defensive team.
And they are. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm saying you still got to overcome that. That's my problem when I talk about Cat. It's like Brunson is gonna be there. We know what Brunson gonna do. What the fuck Cat gonna do? Which Cat gonna show up? We're gonna get 17-point Cat.
Again, that's
the
beauty of it. We are going to see.
Yeah. But my thing about Cat is Cat don't have no fucking.
By same token, right? We talked about SCA. What's the name? Because that's the comparison is SCA got more help than Cat. Joker, which is not fair because again, what did Jalen Williams do? And this is Jalen Williams' first year on the big time, right? So what happens if Jalen Williams ain't that second guy? That's the one question I've had with OKC. What if you can't get a consistent 20 out of Jalen Williams in the playoffs? Who is the number two? Actually,
that's my thing about
Chet is going to be there as well. So now you got Chet and But Chet hadn't been in the whole season, and they still 53-12. That's
My
why the
whole thing
MVP is
about
there.
OKC is who is the second guy? Who is the guy they can count on that's gonna show up when SGA get locked up? Because in playoffs they're gonna lock him up. So who
Well, it's
gonna be
got to be
that
a
guy?
combination of Chet, and it's got to be a combination of Williams. So
But my thing
again,
is, if
that's
you
the funny
don't
part
know who
about it.
that
We'll
guy
see.
is, if you don't know who it is, that creates a problem. In the
No, I
playoffs,
mean,
that's a
look,
problem.
well, by pedigree, it's got to be Chet, right? He was the second pick. Y'all got that's the other thing. That's another reason why what's his name is going to win. Because y'all forget, Chet Holmgren was the second pick. Their pick about 2 or 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago actually, because he missed his first full season. Last year was his rookie year, and now this year, so it's his third year. This is third year since he's been drafted. Second official year. It's like he could have been he could have been a rookie sophomore if he wasn't hurt. But
My
yeah,
thing about Chet is he Chet like 2 years away because he need to put on some fucking weight.
Golden State up by 20.
again, we're gonna see. But I really
Yeah,
think they're the
yeah.
second. I think they should
Steph
be the
hurt his
second
back.
favorite. I think Cleveland should be the third favorite because I do believe Cleveland. Now, Cleveland. Shout out to Cleveland and Marcel. Patton is watching, man. Your Cleveland team. They say they don't talk about your Cleveland team. I think Cleveland and actually he would be third or fourth on my MVP ladder. Donovan Mitchell. Again, see the problem is he stepped back. He played more team ball, but then he's not getting the MVP love he probably deserves. But guess what? What would you rather do? Win, score more, and win less games? Because they were 48-34 last year. Now you're 52 and 10. That's crazy, bro. Or 50,
Now,
what
see,
are
I
they,
was thinking about
53
Donovan
or
Mitchell when you
54
was
and
talking
10?
about MVPs too. I was gonna say Donovan Mitchell, but he would be like a third or fourth choice. I
Yeah,
put
yeah.
Brunson ahead of Donovan Mitchell. I put Brunson ahead of Mitchell because Brunson just
Nah,
got to do
I'm
more
saying
for the Knicks.
if I had a vote, I'm going SGA Joker. Number 3, I'm going Tatum. I'm giving Tatum a little bit of respect because of Boston. Then I'm going Spider. Then I'm going Giannis, which is that's probably one of the
See,
best 5.
I got Tatum at like 5 or 6.
Who?
I got him like I put Tatum at like 5 or 6. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. Look, I
That
understand it.
team got so much talent on it. I can't. I mean, he
Yeah.
got so much talent around him. And then the games they
But this is
lose, it
actually his
pisses me
best
off.
individual season too. So now
This is
Tatum is going. Look, man, now look, Tatum will come back next year. Like, damn, they benching me in the Olympics. I come back, my team is top 2 seed, third best record in the league. I'm having my best individual year, and I'm 5th. I'm not even an MVP finalist.
he fucked himself by
That'll give him
letting
something to
Brown
play
get
for
Finals
next year, and
MVP.
probably
I'm just gonna be honest. I'll be honest. He fucked himself by letting Brown get Finals MVP. Steph went through
yeah.
that
But I
shit
mean
when
that's
KD came in
circumstantial.
here and won the championship. When KD came in there and won them 2 championships, Steph went through the same thing. But he had already got MVPs prior. But after KD came in, Steph became like, oh, he need KD, he need KD, he need KD. Then Steph finally won one by himself, and that put him back. That boosted him up a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
That pumped him back up. Now, Tatum, I'm be honest, if the Boston go to the finals this year and he ain't finals MVP again, ain't nobody fucking with him no more. He ain't gonna never win MVP. He ain't gonna never get none of that shit. if they go to the
Look,
finals this year, he
here's
better
how he
get
wins
finals
MVP.
MVP.
No, here's how he wins MVP. Boston would have to get back to having a dominant season like they did last year. He would have to average 30 personally, 39 and 6 on great percentages. And again, MVP is a lot of people got to realize the MVP is a regular season award. You can't.
Yeah.
The idea I've seen like, LeBron should have won 9. No, LeBron, the last MVP LeBron won was the last MVP he deserved. That was because his team was a dominant team that year. They won 66 games, right? 66 and 16. They had the 27-game winning streak. All that. That's the second biggest winning streak in like sports and American team sports history, right? So that's why he won it. Honestly, they were the first year when they gave it to Rose because LeBron, you got Dwayne Wade, and you got Chris Bosh. Who does
And
Rowe
that's
got?
what's wrong with
Did you
Tatum.
get
That's what's
Noah?
wrong with Tatum too, though. Look what he got.
I know, I
And
get
that's
it.
another
But
reason
then
why
by the
he ain't
same
gonna get
token,
it.
the only way you can overcome it is your team has to be dominant in the regular season. So what if they go for 65 wins or 70 wins? That's how he gets it.
Well, 70
You
wins.
gotta
Come on,
win
yeah.
these games. If you win
70
70
wins,
games
yeah.
and the 2C got 57, so you don't lap the Eastern Conference, that's how you win it. But you also gotta have dominant numbers as well. So because he could make a beef with what happened last year. My team was better than Denver's, right? But again, you didn't have the individual dominant numbers that Joker had with the lack of help,
Yep.
reception. Because again, Murray missed a lot of games last year too, right?
Murray just
I
wasn't the
think Murray
same
missed a
Murray.
lot
I
of games.
mean,
I think
come on.
Murray played like 50-something games. He was out for a stretch. So again,
You
what
want to know
Denver
what
did,
Murray's problem is that he showed us too much in that bubble. Everybody got these over exaggerated high ass expectations of him, and he can't live up to them. And when he was
but you got to
when he was
remember,
living up to it,
he
when he
also
was living up
suffered
to
an
it,
ACL
and
tear.
that's what I was just about to say. When he was living up to it, it got deterred because he blew the knee out, and he basically missed a calendar year, not 2 seasons, not a whole season, but a
I
calendar
understand
year.
that.
And
And
he
that's
has
why
not
Joker got.
been that
Remember,
same
that's why
dude since
Joker got
then.
the 2 MVPs that he got because
Yeah,
he was missing his second guy, and they
yeah.
still were great. Right? They were third. They were second or third seed one year, but he was put up the individual numbers, missing his second guy, missing his guy to the ACL tear, and all that, and they still kept winning.
Shit, the year Embiid got it, Joker should have got it. If you ask me.
Well, again, the Embiid, you see, again, y'all got to realize the great individual stats with the dominant team record. The year
Yeah,
Embiid got it because they were the first seed. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's how it goes.
And
This
so
is why I never get MVP predictions wrong because I know what the voters are looking for. It's always a
mhm.
combination. The MVP has only been 3 years. I think the Joker year, I think they were second seed one of the years he won it. I don't think Joker won it
Mhm.
on a 3 seed. Jordan won it on a 3 seed when Scottie Pippen was young back at 80 or 89. One of them years he won it. And then the Westbrook year. The Westbrook year, because nobody thought that the triple double was going to happen again. Not only did he get a triple double, he got the 30-point triple double. But on top of that, remember, KD had just left. So everybody
Yeah.
expecting OKC to go down the chain. Well, they had a respectable 47 wins, five
But
seed.
I'll
They
be
were
honest,
five
that to
seed.
me, that's
So
why I don't
again,
give a fuck about the MVP. That's why I don't care about regular season MVP.
but it's part of your resume.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's why I don't care about it. It's not a big deal to me, the regular season MVP.
Well, yeah, at the end of
Especially
the
when
day,
you
look,
look
you
at
won it on your resume. You won a certain amount of
when's the
MVPs.
last time an MVP won the championship? The
Hold
Joker,
on.
Joker won MVP the year he won a championship, was he?
Didn't Giannis win it one of the years he won MVP? Did he win MVP in 21?
I don't think he won the championship the same year. That's what I'm saying.
20, I'm doing 21. He was the year he won the championship. I think he won MVP in 21. If he didn't, he won it in 20. I know he won it in
And
20.
that's what I'm saying though. The actual MVP
Okay,
hasn't
20.
won the
Okay, you're right. You're
championship.
right. 21 was the
They haven't
Joker.
even
22 was the
the,
Joker.
the MVP
And
ain't even made
23,
the
it was
finals
Embiid.
since like Steph. I think
Okay,
Steph was the
hold
last
on. Hold on.
MVP to
Who
even
was the
make it to
last
the
MVP to
finals.
win a championship? Oh, it was Steph. Steph Curry made the. Steph Curry
Yeah.
won MVP and won a championship.
Yep. That's the last time that
Wow.
it's happened.
Okay. What was the last time that happened before that? LeBron. Would it be
Probably
LeBron?
LeBron. Yeah, probably LeBron.
2013.
And with
Yeah.
Miami Heat. Kobe didn't did Kobe win
Kobe's one
MVP every
MVP.
championship?
It was 08 and they lost in the finals. That's crazy.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the thing. Kobe, if you want to talk about it, Kobe probably got robbed a couple of years. But
Come on,
again, I
Kobe should have had about
understand.
4 or 5,
I,
to be honest.
you know,
But performance wise, he could have got 4 or 5. But just like we saying, the record wasn't there. That time after Shaq, come on, wasn't nobody better than Kobe. But he wasn't gonna get the MVP because they wasn't winning. The one he should have won was the one Nash won.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's no consistency here, and again, everybody that really, I mean, FCA is going to win MVP. It's not voters fatigue. Voters fatigue does not exist. They look for
Yeah.
everything. They look for the MVP voters look for the best season stat narrative. And again, it's almost like you're splitting hairs because you're using one great performance and you're comparing it to another. So at the end of the day, damn, Sacramento getting their ass destroyed.
Yeah, and Steph got hurt, so I don't know.
Steph got hurt. Oh, that's good for my fantasy league. Oh no,
I mean,
right
he
here.
got it. He tweaked his back or something, but I don't know if he's still playing or not. He had a big heating
I
pad
don't
on
know
over
what
his back.
was. Are you out there? What would
No,
possess the
Steph in the
king to
game right
put
now.
the damn
Steph in the
Bulls
game right
team
now.
together?
You said what?
What would possess the Kings to put the Bulls team back together? The Bulls is
Yeah,
like
that's
a
the
Don't
plan.
even ask me that. Don't ask me none of that. That was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. But but they say old boy is running the team. What's the dude name? He was in the NBA for a couple of minutes and he dating the owner's daughter now. And they talking
I
about
don't
that's
remember.
why Fox wanted to leave, the light skinned dude. But
Oh,
they
you
talking about
Doug Christie,
no, I think he went to UConn or something like that. But I forgot this boy now. I just saw the story the other
Kevin
day.
Ollie, Kevin Ollie.
Nah, it's a light skinned dude. He kind of looked like how Christie looked. Christie for the Mavericks right now. He kind of
Yeah,
looked like him, got the same kind of hair and all of that. But he probably sitting
not
over
Matt
there on the
Barnes. No,
sideline.
because Matt Barnes do the all
Nah,
skin
nah.
podcast.
I cannot remember dude's name. I just saw the story like either today or yesterday. But dude is dating the owner's daughter, and
Okay.
he dating the owner's daughter, and he started making decisions, and they started letting him make him a decision. That's what Fox was mad about. Fox was like, if you letting this motherfucker make
Uh,
decisions, I'm out of here. And now they talking about Sabonis about to be gone too. Because Sabonis is
yeah.
asked the same question. Who the fuck making decisions? You let this motherfucker do it? He ain't even got a job. He your daughter boyfriend, you let him say what the fuck should happen over here? You're like, I'm out of here too.
Damn.
So be on the lookout for Sabonis to be gone because he about to get the fuck up out of here too.
Well, one thing we always do, we talk Lakers. What's up with the Lakers decision making? Because one point I made this point on one of your posts too. Did Jeannie Buss is the poorest owner in the NBA, right? That's
Yeah.
they say you're the poorest owner is like saying you're the worst looking girl at a Miss Universe pageant, right? I understand these are all fucking billionaires, but she's the poorest owner. But again, I think the problem with the Lakers is they making all much decisions based off they're not making basketball decisions. We talked about this last week,
Jeannie
right?
making money decisions. She's making
Exactly.
decisions that's gonna keep fans in the seats, sell jerseys, and make money. That is what she's doing. She's been doing it since Kobe. She's been doing it
Hold on,
since
I might be muted for a minute. So
2012.
I might be muted for a minute because I'm trying to get YouTube up. Because I want to get into the next topic. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, she been doing that shit since 2012, and that's all it is. I've been telling people this forever. Nobody wants to hear it. I don't know why. Every problem the Lakers got come down to Jeannie not having, I ain't gonna say no money, but not having the money that other owners have. She don't.
To
She
go
ain't
to go
worth three
above and
billion
beyond.
dollars. Yeah, she ain't worth 3 billion. So she got to make her money some kind of way. The Lakers are a mom and pops organization.
A mom and
And
pop
people got to
organization. I agree.
understand that they mom and pops. They not corporate. They mom and pops.
And
They
that
are
and
not.
that and that limits what
Yeah,
y'all do. So now this is the problem, y'all. And then that's
now it
how
does.
we talk about we talk. Hold on.
Why am I delayed? Yeah, I can hear my own voice.
No, yeah, that was me. That was me playing. That was me playing
Oh, okay.
YouTube on my TV.
All
Hold on 1 second.
right.
Because I'm trying to get to my yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see my hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get that Gilbert. The next, I mean, again, in the future, I'm gonna have some clips up. I'm gonna just try to react a couple of things that I saw. We gotta get into the main topic of the Gilbert smoke. So we talked about it in the chat. Man, you got anything on the Gilbert situation or whole? Because this is
Oh,
man, you there?
you talking about
Yeah, the
Stephen
Gilbert
A.
situation. Yeah, you can lead off.
I think it's unfortunate to. I just think at the end of the day, both parties involved, basically, how can I say that? In a lot of ways, discredited their craft. You got one guy, his son ain't got no business in the league, and this whole brouhaha resulted from that reality. You take that out the picture, that incident never happened. But at the end of the day, Stephen A. I just think these sports shows are about cooked. Tell you the truth, and they just gibbering and jabbering. Then you got a basketball player who pulled a flex move, and like I said, the son ain't gonna be in an NBA uniform at all. But
Facts.
hey, when you lower the bar, this is what you get. The focus ain't on what it should be, and that's pretty much what it is. And you know, and with Stephen A. Coming on like Nino Brown with the black turtleneck and the and the
Yo, I was calling
and the
G
gold
Money.
chain, whatever he was trying to. He thought he was Nino Brown there. All he needed was the haircut.
These cats are poetic.
Nah, he didn't have a dog,
bro.
Oh yeah, he didn't have a dog. Yeah, he didn't have a.
He didn't have a dog.
That's the mark. Yeah, Dino Brown had a dog in that scene. Yeah, he did. Right?
He came in there with the dog and
he had the sword.
He had the dog and the sword and the cane with the sword in it.
He said, "Don't nobody know nothing. I know somebody got to know something. Ain't that right, G Money? Yeah, somebody knows something."
So I'm trying to stab people in the hand.
Oh man.
I'm trying to pull up a couple of because we go release. I'm sure if we get the audio.
That's what you got, man. You know, it's unfortunate.
They had Stephen A. in that outfit sitting in a picture next to Martin Lawrence when Martin Lawrence did it on the Martin show.
Yeah,
talking about Stephen came in there trying to be Martin.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
And I will say, a lot of these sports personalities, they wish they were professional athletes. So they discovered that they can dictate, and they have major influence that they should not have because they're not professional athletes, and they want to be on a level. But you know, if they represent their field right, they'll be appreciated for what they bring to the table. But instead, they want to be the professional athlete, and they not. So
but that goes back to what LeBron said about it's a weird energy about the players and the people talking about the players. Like these motherfuckers want to be bigger than the players. They want to be bigger than the game. And just like what you're saying, is that they want to be the athlete. They want to be the star. They want to shine.
They want to be the athlete, and they bring in. And I think a lot of the reason why they're doing it because a lot of these cats, they really don't have no true journalistic background, and you can tell.
Yeah. But did you see what Stephen A. said? LeBron is up here. He said, but over in the media game, I'm up here too. I'm as big as LeBron. Nigga, no, you're not. You're never going to be as big as LeBron.
Bro. One thing. No, actually, he might be because again, one good point.
No, he's not. Without LeBron, he ain't got nothing to talk about. We have no use for Stephen A. without LeBron. We don't.
Okay,
well, the problem is too. Hold on, baby. Is go talk. Hold on, suffocating the NBA, and there is no legitimate. Like I said, man, if he had a legitimate case, I mean, you couldn't help but deny it. But you put Jordan's resume up to his. I mean, what are we talking about? You know, and Jordan did it in a shorter period of time. He did it so fast to where he said, "You know what? I done defeat all challenges. I'm gonna go play another sport I ain't played since high school." That's how far ahead he was.
Yeah.
So once they stopped the GOAT debate and start talking about basketball, then they, you know, but a lot they want to be professional athletes. They want the same kind of influence, and they're not. And as a result, you get this brouhaha going, and everybody talking, and it ain't just the sports personality versus the athlete. It's sports personality versus other sports personality. You know, you got Stephen A. going up against Whitlock going up against Gilbert. They all
some of that shit is personal. Some of that shit is personal.
Bayless.
Yeah. And then Marcellus Wiley, he come out with his brand.
He come out with
Shout
his
out to Casino for Life. Shout out to Casino for Life because he was talking about how there's a potential beef with Stephen A. and his co-host Shannon Sharp now. Because Stephen A. part of that Nino Brown get up was him saying, "Yo, ain't none of y'all have my back in this LeBron situation. LeBron made me look like a punk on TV, and I wasn't, I didn't. None of y'all knew this was coming down. None of y'all knew he felt like this was gonna do this. Like, cause I'm sure they've been in the same building before. I'm sure Stephen A. has done Laker games with LeBron's there, but look, the end of the day, Stephen A. can say he is up there in the media game because who else in the media game is getting $20 million a year, and that's just in one job. That's
Shit,
that's
Brady getting 40.
Who?
Tom Brady getting 40 to do NFL.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's football. That's a whole nother.
Actually, Brady doing a good job too. I think in his first year.
Tom Brady is not a journalist by trade. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to journalists, I think you talk about journalists by trade, but I get it. Brady's
my thing is you don't have to be a journalist no more.
Like,
you don't have to be a journalist. That don't mean shit no more.
Yeah, you're right, and that's what I'm saying, bro. This is why I feel like this what we doing is an opportunity, man. This is the first step, baby steps, or whatever. But we got an opportunity to like do something and make it. Again, I want to try to make it special, keep it organized, and this, that, and the third. At this point, we just conversing, man, and this is good. This is good. But Stephen A. was basically making a point. That's why I was telling you earlier, Robert. You see, everybody here was on their best behavior, right? I'm actually gonna get to the point when it turned from look. I'm an hour and 2 in, and they still talking about Jokic versus Steph for Shy versus for MVP, right? So the juicy part of the interview didn't come until about an hour in. They was just 5 dudes talking basketball, 4 former players, and the media guy, right? And he made a good point. He came in and he said, "Look. Y'all sitting here talking about the media. The media has the guys and the journalists and print media. These guys making 70 to 80,000 a year. Y'all make that a quarter, nigga. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So for y'all to get mad, you gotta understand their job is to make y'all interested. Their job is to find some little dirt on y'all to get people to click. Look. The point I made.
But that's some snaky shit, though. That's some snaky shit.
It really ain't. No,
that's some snaky undermining shit. That's what I don't like about it.
It ain't. No, that's
I don't like people making money off somebody else's back. I don't like that.
Bullshit. That's the part. That's the part of it. See, this is the thing you don't understand. It feeds both sides. The media feeds y'all. The media makes y'all interested, makes people watch. If people wasn't watching that, y'all wouldn't get the money y'all getting.
Well, the whole thing is the first thing that happened with that is the athlete makes himself great. Okay. Then the media hypes it up. But the athlete doesn't want to put that work in and did that for real. See, the athlete ain't fake. He really doing this shit. That media shit to me is fake. You can write a story about anybody.
Let's go back historically. What do you think a journalist, a newspaper writer made back in the 60s and 70s?
I mean, you ain't making hella money. But you're not the star.
No,
you're not a star.
The point I'm making, but hold on. When y'all call people, when y'all call players plumbers and firemen, I'm not saying you, but guys for this generation, the media was making the same amount as the players. The players were making about 6,000-7,000. Now the reason why the players make a grip now, making 10-9 figures, is because the media game blew up and made the game itself bigger than what it is. Everybody was making the same. Back in the day, a nigga that wrote for the matter of fact, a dude that wrote for the Times or whatever was probably making a little bit more than the players. Now,
but that's every sport. Every sport at one point they was all making the same money, and the sports blew up, and the heroes became the athletes. But that's what it is.
Y'all got into y'all thing last week, and it's funny because I still feel I was like, yo, this whole Stephen A. shit blew up when we was doing a thing about Stephen A. in the media, and LeBron came up to Stephen A. when we were doing the podcast, and I didn't even know about it till I started.
But they didn't show none of that during the game. They didn't show that at the game. That didn't come out till after.
But it was blowing. That's what I'm saying. It was blowing up on the once you started looking on Facebook, and it started going viral and all that, right? But that's my point, right? Here's my point. I said this last week. Look at the Anthony Edwards situation, right? Tell me the person in the sports media is talking about Anthony Edwards situation.
Come on, right now?
Nobody
No,
in sports
they
media.
switched it to LeBron.
No. But I'm saying, okay, you're right, and maybe maybe he did him a favor knocking that off the. But nobody covered it
LeBron
except for
saved
the
Anthony
shade room.
Edwards' ass
Hold on.
because
But nobody covered it except for the shade room and media takeout and shit like that. Nobody in the legit sports media touched Anthony Edwards' situation. To say that they snaky, that's not fair because I'll put it this way. Skip Bayless did get his. If anybody knows, if people think Skip Bayless got his name off of hating on LeBron, no, Skip Bayless got his name off of calling Troy Aikman a homo back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So that he is one guy who does take cross the line, and I think it's corny. I've always thought Skip was corny, to be honest. Does he make some good points? I think Skip. Yes, but Skip, I don't think he's very that knowledgeable or none of that.
Skip is a natural
Skip was
born
always,
hater, but he for
but this is
10
what I'm
years
saying.
all he did was talk shit about
Stephen A.
LeBron.
But Stephen A. Again, I'm not saying Stephen. Look, a lot of things I don't agree with Stephen A. Sometimes I think Stephen A. is an idiot, and I don't think he knows. But one thing Stephen A. ain't, I don't think he's a phony, right? Because he said, bro, I like with Iverson. I used to write about. He got a thing writing about the Sixers, right? Iverson. And he was at the same club with Iverson. And it's like, he told him, look, Iverson had a bad game. And I was at the same club with Iverson, knowing what he got into at the club the night before. And if you asking why he had I could have wrote, brothers over there, brothers over there, a little too much on strippers, a little too, whatever the situation is, I don't even know, because he never wrote it. See what I'm saying? Like, he said there's a certain line I wouldn't cross. I wouldn't cross certain confidentialities. Like, we all know James Harden is a big club dude. How many guys were in Brooklyn when he was here, whatever city he was in, was in Philly, was in Houston? How many guys in the sports media wrote about him, his little club exploits? It wasn't a problem.
You gotta understand, the game has changed now. Now,
Okay.
when a player going in the club, it ain't hitting. It's 100 people in the club with their phone out taping the player in the club getting fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be all on social media if he go to the club. So now Stephen A. gotta talk about that shit, or he can talk about it now because it's already out there. All he doing is just like he said about LeBron. I wouldn't have said nothing about this if it hadn't gone viral.
Yeah,
that's the first thing he said. So he might not have, but the whole thing, they don't. But there's some people that do. I'm not saying Stephen A. necessarily does. It is a lot of dudes that once they build you up, they look for ways to tear you down, because now building you up don't get no more ratings. Now they got to find more ratings, so we got to sign some fuck shit on you now. Now let's tear him back down and bring him back down, so we get some people to say, the golden child done fucked up. Yeah.
Give me the example of the last time a sports media guy went into a guy's personal life to get his clout.
Life.
Jim Gray did the Kobe, and I think when it hit the media, you had to, right? Jim Gray was coupling the Kobe case, right?
Well, come on, that's a rape case. You got to do that.
Bad on it.
Yeah.
You at that point when indictments and all that is going on, and he got to go to court, he got to leave. He got to fly out after games to go to court dates and all that. You got to report it. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, they not at the point where they digging. Like, nobody sat there when Melo divorced Lala making that a big deal. The only people that would
do that Melo wasn't even a big deal.
That's what I'm saying.
At that time, his career was going down. Yeah.
But it don't either way. You still got two celebrities. But the point I'm making is that a lot of these guys, the sports media, I look at it this way: as long as you talk basketball, what's off limit? And that's what I'm saying with the whole situation with Bronny. Because let me just play this real quick. See if y'all hear this.
I can hear a little bit.
A little bit. I can't really make out what is being said, but yeah.
See, this is Kenyon is pretty
That's
much
Kenyon
talking
Martin
about,
saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about how we was out to 4 a.m. So Stephen A. is making like the point of we was out clubbing, and then the next game I play a little off. I was up to 4 a.m. and I had a little too minor, big old hangover. And, the game might be the next night, but that shit still gonna affect me if you are at the club the night before a game, whatever, right? So and then and it was Rashad McCants. He got that mask on, that samurai mask on,
Mhm.
he the one to transition to see. I'm gonna hold on. Let me try that because Rashad McCants is the one that transitioned into to the. Hold on.
Now I'm looking at this place. Only thing that disappointed me was what happened the other night. And you feel this standard of stand 10 toes no matter who come back.
10 toes down.
And I think that I presented myself as the same type of nigga. And I think they're scared of me because your only flaws that you did play. Guess what I did? I'm the Stephen A. that played. That got stats. Imagine how hated I am going to be when I come to your spot.
So yeah, he's saying Rashad McCants said, "Okay, I played in the league. I won a national championship in North Carolina. And I want to be Stephen A. that played. I want his aspiration is to be Stephen A. one day again. Like they can have all
Well,
the
I
smoke they
mean,
want.
everybody want to do that because you can just sit up there in a safe space
Exactly.
and talk
But
shit
see,
about people and get paid.
Okay, but you're right. But this is what I'm saying. All these sports media, these podcasts, they in the state, they are the media. And Stephen A. was making a point. You guys are the media. The regular media is dying. Y'all
But I'm
the
just saying,
media.
look who we talking about. We talking about fucking McCants. Before he couldn't have got a job in media. He couldn't even got a job.
Okay, but okay, you're right. But McCants played in the league 4 or 5 years, right?
Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. Before the only media cats that were athletes that got a job was stars. You had to be a star. Even in NFL, you still got to be a star player to get that job to analyze games.
Now Stephen Jackson and what's the name got a top podcast.
Now anybody can talk about it. You got fucking
Jeff Teague boring ass podcast gets views. Like Jeff Teague,
and that's what I'm talking about. You got these dudes that was role players and shit, and they all talking shit. You don't have superstars doing it.
But that's the point now, though. Look, that's the
LeBron
point.
did it, but I don't even know if people watch LeBron's.
Kevin Durant was one of the first players to be doing a podcast. The only thing is he did the podcast in the off season. He wasn't doing it during the season, right?
He don't even do it no more, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think he do it no more.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The stars do it for a hot second and stop.
Again, this is the point. A lot of people, they only saw the smoke. They only saw the Nino Brown part and this that. I don't think they watched it deep enough to see Stephen A. Again, I'm not here to glaze Stephen A. I thought he made a lot of, because first of all, again, the first 40 minutes, the first hour, and this is the part where it transitioned to the Bron thing. The first hour was them just talking basketball. They were talking hoop for an hour straight. All those folks that wanted all the smoke with Stephen A. They was, I can't wait to come. I'm gonna let you have it. And they got in the thing, and it was 5 niggas talking ball. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what we here for. You get what I mean? It was 5 dudes talking ball, talking hoops, like we all do, So this point, Rashad McCants is saying, I was disappointed when big baby James pulled up to you and you look like you back down. That's the part he was saying. And this is when he gets at that point, he got into what he said happened and why he felt it was some bullshit. Again, why did he say it on a show? Okay, there's something he could have said it on his podcast, because we saw how he handled Jason Whitlock on a podcast.
He could have said it on ESPN.
No, well, look, sir, you got to realize this is a battle.
You can't use the curse words and all that, but he could have said it in different words on ESPN.
But you got to realize it's a battle, because we all know ESPN is ESPN. ESPN is the LeBron James network, right? They are in bed with each other.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, well, you fight. LeBron is kind of a boss, even though I got my bosses. LeBron
is a boss. LeBron is a boss. LeBron runs the fucking NBA. I don't care what nobody say.
Okay, and this is why I'll take my take the whole time is LeBron was pulling the strings on all of this shit, because everything that happened that took, mind you, you're not that long ago from his controversy from the All-Star game. Then he took that off by doing the whole nostalgia thing, right? Shannon Fry. He was behind Shannon Fry. Shannon Fry ain't come up with that. Shannon Fry couldn't even pronounce nostalgia. He said nostalgia. Whatever the hell he said. You got a nigga that can't even pronounce the name talking that dumb shit. But anyway, so I think LeBron is smart, but he ain't as smart as he think he is because he don't realize the dudes like me that kind of see it. I see from the highest level. I see the big picture. The same day that Stephen A. got his deal announced, it happened to be playing Knicks versus Nets, and you roll up and do this. And again, that's my thing. First of all, another take. If you were fighting your son's battles, if you felt that your son, is hurt, but first of all, Barkley, and I put this on my rant. I don't know if y'all watched it earlier. Barkley has said, "Well, didn't you say?" See, I'm the type to catch what you say, and then I'll use it against you. Like I done did 3 times in this, 3 times in this conversation already. You said something earlier. Now it's a different story. Well, if Bronny don't care, right? And shout out to Carcino, right? Because Carcino watched Space Jam 2. I ain't watched that shit, right? The whole Space Jam 2 storyline was how one of his sons was playing ball and the other one just wanted to be a gamer, right? A programmer. So I think that story that LeBron James pitched to whoever wrote the script was based on his real life. And I don't think Bronny really want to play. I think Bronny is in the league to make his dad happy. But the fact of the matter is, bro, he is in the league now. And you said, I don't think y'all didn't realize Bronny don't care about none of this. But then you gonna tell me Bronny was hurt by what Stephen A. said?
Stephen A. said Bronny looked at him and had a sad face.
Yeah,
and then he said that's what he thinks sparked LeBron. He thinks Bron saw that and got pissed and went over there and said something to him.
But see, bro, you got a
that's
son,
Stephen
right?
A.'s words. They ain't mine.
You got a son. Well, you fight his battles at that age if he's in a league and he's in a situation.
Bro, my son is 31 years old, and if anybody fuck with my son, I'm unloading everything I got.
Got you.
So
wait a minute.
Yes.
You gonna go at his? It'd be one thing. Like certain battles, your son gotta fight on his own, right? You can't sit there like it's like they was likening it to the scene from Friday with Craig Ford Devo, right? And he took the guy. He said, "Look, your son gotta be a man. Don't let him, let him fight."
I feel that, but look at this way: if you see another full-grown adult doing something that's damaging your 20-year-old son, Bronny only 20? Is he even 21 yet?
He's 20. Yeah, he's about 20. He might be 21
okay.
soon.
Bronny's still a kid, bro. That's still a kid.
Bro,
if you see any grown man getting at your kid, you own their neck. You own their neck, bro.
Here's the thing. Now, this is the problem. Then Stephen A. can't talk about any rookie, can he?
He don't really. He only talk about Bronny. He only talk about Bronny. Name a rookie he talk about. He only talk about Bronny.
No other rookie can be criticized. Wait a minute.
It ain't. And see, the thing was, it ain't. Even Stephen A. said it. It wasn't about Bronny. It was because he questioned LeBron as a parent.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
And LeBron said the same thing to Richard Jefferson, and that's what it was really about.
Up historically bad numbers, and he got the hype anyway, right? Stephen A. said, "Look, I ain't watch him. I think he lied about that. He probably did watch him once or two.
Come on, Stephen A. watched. He watched all that shit. He just didn't go.
Yeah, I don't think he was going out of his way to catch USC games or anything like that. But yeah,
every game was on TV.
The bottom line is, you gotta end of the day, your son can get critiqued by anybody in the media. So you basically saying your son got special privileges. You can't talk about your son. You don't I made the Steph Curry point, right? And Jermaine could attest to this. I said I think the moment's gonna be cool, and I think if LeBron put in the work, he could have a Steph Curry like career. If you know what, and at this point, Steph Curry went 4 years of school. Actually, went to 5 years because he transferred to Duke and went 3 years to Duke. Steph Curry went to a Final Four and an Elite Eight. Steph Curry
he never deserved to be at Duke.
Huh?
He only had Duke because his brother. He should have never
he
been on
went
no
up there.
fucking Duke.
But he averaged 15 a game. Like it wasn't like he was a scrub. He
Yeah,
was
he
actually one of the
wasn't.
best players on the
But I'm
team.
telling you, it was other players that was better than him that should have had that spot at Duke. Steph Curry got Duke because of who Steph was. Come on, let's keep it 100.
Okay, but
Steph,
he
look where
didn't
Steph
get
had to go.
drafted.
Steph had to go
Hold
to
on.
Davidson. But you know what I'm saying? And his
No,
daddy
he went
was
to Elon.
Dale
The
Curry.
first year he went to Elon. Well, wait a minute. He already got a brother in the league, and then he all got a son. But he didn't play an NBA game for like 2 years. Like he didn't get.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he got Duke. He got Duke off of his brother's name. Let's be real,
But he was good
that's
at. The point is, bro. No, the point is he was good at Duke. You look at his numbers. He was averaging 15
I
points
ain't
a game
saying he
on
was
Final
bad.
Four team.
But I'm saying he only got there because of his brother. He wouldn't have got there no other way.
But the point is, he was actually look. He's been in the league for 10 years. He's averaged like 14, 15 years.
I ain't saying he garbage, but he just wasn't getting Duke.
Point. No, but okay, here's the point. Nobody just gave it to him because of his name, right? He didn't get drafted at all. He got his first 2 years, he got like 10-day contracts at best. I was saying he was good enough to be on a roster. Bronny, younger, is already on a roster, guaranteed contract, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Bronny, tell me this. Name another rookie that got what Bronny sell 50 million jerseys or whatever the fuck he sold.
See what I'm saying? So that's what
that's why Bronny. That's where you got to go back to Genie Bus and the money grab.
Okay, all right, that's a good point. But then here's the point: just because you sell jerseys, don't mean your game can't be critiqued.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying that's why Bronny's in the league. That's why he has a guaranteed contract. That's why he's on the roster. Otherwise, Bronny would be Dwayne Wade's son and would have went straight to the G League.
Now you're on a roster. Your kid can be critiqued. If I got to go back and it's in the news cycle because your son got in the game again. But remember, I'm comparing it to Steph Curry.
But why are you not okay? If you're gonna critique Bronny, why he ain't talking about all his G League games where he averaging 21 points a night?
Who's covering the G League, bro?
Hey, you said you want to cover. If you want to cover Bronny,
he's averaging 30.
But I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying, but if you're covering Bronny, we talking about Bronny. He's a special situation. The only reason he's being covered is because he's LeBron's son. So, okay, you want to cover Bronny? Don't just cover his garbage time minutes in the NBA that don't mean nothing. Cover him Bronny in the G League too. Talk about that 21 points a night he getting. But I mean, it's real.
Your boy got a whole press conference because he made a garbage time basket.
That's and who's doing that?
I think Anthony Davis had 40-something points that game.
And who's doing that? The media.
I'm just saying. Anthony Davis had 40-something points. And Bronny got a press conference because he made a garbage time basket.
Because he made a 3. Because they tell you it's the first time a father and son made a 3 in the same game and all that stupid shit. But who making them stories? That's the media capitalizing on the situation to get fucking viewers. That's what it is.
But this is the problem with LeBron fans. Y'all want only praise. Y'all don't want smoke.
Hey, I'm not a LeBron fan. So my thing is, you've had your time to talk about Bronny not belonging there. Everybody know he don't belong in the NBA. He don't play when he come. He sit on the bench and he in his clothes. Okay, we know that. So now, if you want to keep talking about Bronny right now, the story about Bronny is how he's playing in the G League and he's getting better.
Look,
and he's doing this and he's doing that. That's
on March the 5th, right? The game, we March the 13th, so the game happened a week ago, March the 6th.
Bronny wasn't even in uniform. I think he was in street clothes.
Hold on. You confronted him about something he said on January the 28th.
That's on site.
And you go
just like Stephen A. said.
I think it's bullshit. Hold on. Stephen A. has been in the building for a lot of Lakers games since then.
Hey,
I don't believe
Stephen A. made the comment. Stephen A. made the comment on that podcast
January 28th.
He looked at Bronny, and Bronny had this sad look on his face. He said Bronny looked at him and had this sad look on his face, and he said he thinks LeBron saw that.
Bronny is the grown
Stephen A. says it.
NBA.
Stephen A. said it.
Hold on. Bronny is a grown ass man in the.
Bronny is LeBron's son, bro. You don't ever.
He's a grown man.
You a father now, bro. You a father now. You're a father now.
He a grown man.
Wait a minute. You're a father.
So this is a problem. So okay.
You a father. When your kid, how old is your son?
my son is one, right? So
Okay, that's your only child, is your
that's
baby.
my only child. I don't get it before
Okay, now let me let me tell you from a grandfather. I've been a grandfather since I was
that. Go ahead.
37.
Uh-huh.
Okay, when your kid is grown and when they turn 20, they still your baby. You ain't never gonna stop protecting your son. It's
I
certain
get
things
it.
that
This is the
happen
point.
that you ain't never gonna let a motherfucker get near your kid. I'm telling you this.
I get that point. I get that point. But you are in a competitive, like, bro. I mean, you go. Okay, I get it. The T Morant, right? The LaMelo Ball, right? LeVar Ball and all that.
All
At
that.
some point, you can't. You know what? You can heckle a referee. I got, I, you can you can heckle a referee. You, I mean, to go up to the number one sportscast journalist who got 10 hours of airtime and all that, right? Plus his own podcast and all this nonsense, right? To
Hey
do
man,
that,
I'm
do
gonna
you
tell
think
you
that
this.
makes the situation? Hold on, but you think that makes the situation better? Like,
Hey, I'm gonna
if
put it
your
this
son
way: when
came
you
with
in
you to work,
LeBron's powerful ass world, you first of all, I'm gonna tell you this right now. He didn't think about none of that shit.
and that's
LeBron
the
saw a
problem.
reaction from his son versus somebody fucking with him and snapped. Then you know why I know
Again,
he
somebody
snapped?
said something
You wanna
on
know? You wanna know why
28.
he know he? I'm gonna tell you why you know he snapped. This shit happened in the third quarter. This
Mm,
wasn't after the game. This wasn't like LeBron playing this like after the game. I'm gonna holler at this motherfucker. You know, this wasn't that. This was something happened in that moment. And I believe Stephen A. when he said, Bronny looked at him and had this weird look, and LeBron seen it. And because you even see the boy,
so
the twin. What's the other dude with the twin that played for the Lakers now?
Morris.
He got yeah, the one with the twin brother. He was standing next to
Yeah.
LeBron like he was trying to grab
Yeah, no,
LeBron
yeah. First, I thought that was Stephen A. Bodyguard. Then I realized it was Steve.
no, that
Yeah,
was him. And he was like
yeah.
trying to
I know.
keep
I know.
Bron off his ass. And it was like he tried to say, and Bron snapped. And I'm telling you, that was
LeBron,
not
after
planned.
22 years in the league, and I get it. It's your son, right?
It's
But
your
I
son.
think you got no. But you see, here's the thing, right? If you took you in a blue collar business, right? You in a
Yeah.
blue collar business, right? So if your son came to work with you, I'm just hypothetically, and your
Uh-huh.
son got to learn the ropes. Your son got to get respect. Your son got
He
to get,
gonna learn the ropes, but you gonna be respectful when you talk to him. You get at my son
of
the wrong way,
course,
I'm in your
of
ass.
course.
I'm
But
just being
again,
honest. I don't give a shit.
the
'Cause
point is, no.
I'm in the
No, here's
construction
the
game. I'm an
reality, though.
electrician. I know how we get down. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the reality. Nobody really disrespected him. They comment like everybody else commentated on what they saw. You
But
are
I
in a
keep telling you, it's
competitive
bigger than
business,
just talking
bro.
about Bronny. It's when you try to tell somebody how to parent they child. When Stephen A.
But
talked that shit about you like as a father,
stop,
as a
stop,
what?
because but see again. I
That's when
think,
you
and
snap.
maybe this is the thing. Maybe this is the thing. LeBron is not in reality, and it took 22. If it took 22 years, because you ain't never run up on Skip Bayless, you ain't never run up on nobody else, right? It took 22 years, and now I guess your son. But you don't realize this makes your son look weak, like he can't fight his own battles. And I get it.
He's 20. He's 20. I ain't
So
worried about that.
convinced.
He gonna be
You got the
fine.
league so convinced he can make them a bag, bro. If I'm in a league
He
right
is
now and I
making the
saw,
bag. He already made it.
bro, I'm looking to cook Bronny every time because this nigga need his father to even like speak up
Why
for him
would you
on
want it?
some
Why?
minimal
Wait a minute.
shit
Okay, so why you got that vendetta against Bronny?
because I don't like it. I don't like the fact that this dude is here. Number one, I
So
had to
you
earn
gonna
my
wait a
spot.
minute.
He
So you
didn't.
gonna attack this Bronny? You gonna attack Bronny?
I'm
Are
gonna
you
make.
attacking?
I'm gonna
You
put him
ain't
on the
attacking.
floor
You
every
ain't
time I
attacking
can.
Trump's
Because
son
why?
every
I'm
day.
in the bro. See, this is what I'm talking about. We have made Bronny is basically this is the thing, right? We already see this now. Shout out to Carcino. Right? I know he's doing the live now, breaking down the Laker game. Bronny is basically that character in what's the name? The nerd that would rather play video games all day than play. So number one, he got a spot that I want that could be mine on the Lakers, the whole nine. Yeah, I'm gonna embarrass this little nigga. You crazy? I know I'm better than him. This nigga getting all the jersey sales. Yeah, I'm jealous, and I want to prove a point. So this is my point. This is the point because I brought up Seth Curry because Seth Curry actually carved out his own career, and he's going to be in he's still in the league. Like he ain't strong like he was, but he's been in a rotation. Bronny's not going to get that. Bronny, when LeBron's out of here, Bronny's out of here because you ain't do it the right way, and you ain't proved that you want to cook in the league and actually earn your spot. Like, look, I always said he's going to get the spot because daddy's going to give it to him. But the fact of the matter is he going to play like he belongs here? And because your dad is still fighting your battles and you're not putting in the gym work, I mean,
who said he ain't putting in the gym work? He averaging 21 in the G League right now.
Oh, please stop with the G League shit, bro.
That's where he's supposed to be. That's where he's supposed to be. He in the G League putting up 21. Are you watching his games in the G League?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you need to start watching because I done seen a few and he is playing good. He's playing good. I don't watch the few.
He's a mid-level college player. That's what he is. And he's in the
now
NBA.
Guess where I'm watching these games at? Where? On Spectrum Sportsnet, the Lakers channel in LA.
And they getting good viewers, huh? Good ratings.
Yeah, probably. I don't know the ratings, but I know they own, and people is watching Bronny play.
Score like 130 to 127 every night, like 140.
I watch a couple of games. It'd be like something like that. You know what I'm saying? 100 and something. But Bronny be getting his game on. I ain't never watched the full game. I watch parts of it. Yeah, I watch parts of it. I don't watch the whole thing, but I watch parts and just see how he doing. But look, it's on.
See, I don't know. I just think, honestly, and I know we've been dominating the conversation, but I think me and him agree. I think he's made such a mockery of the game that this is what
I'll put it this way. I agree with you on that part that it made the game look bad to do it and all that shit. I agree with all of that. But at the same time, it comes to a point where, okay, let's move on. This shit's over. That moment's dead. The only reason that moment it keep coming up is because they ain't got shit to talk about.
But bro, you know what killed me? Again, nobody said nothing about the kid since the 28th. Like he's been out of the news cycle, and you brought him back up. See what I'm saying? So how badly do you feel about your son? If you want to tell me he looked at him awkward, well, number one, that's probably your son crying out to say, "You know what, Dad?"
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was not planned. LeBron snapped. But tell me something. When have you ever seen LeBron that angry and look like he out of control?
Please, LeBron is such a fucking. Let me tell you.
No, I know that was genuine. Honestly, that right there, I ain't never seen LeBron like that. I ain't never seen him like that ever. I ain't never seen him look like that.
LeBron was not like that when Isaiah Stewart about to run up on him. LeBron wasn't like that.
I'm just saying, I ain't never seen LeBron like that. Period. Ever. I ain't never seen him like that ever.
First of all, he wasn't going. You think he was going to throw his? You think he was going to throw his whole career, like his whole image and career away?
I think LeBron was a half a click off of beating the shit out of Stephen A. I think if Stephen A. would have said the wrong thing, he would have got his ass whooped right there. And I do mean that. I think LeBron got $1 billion. He at the end of his career, and he ain't even thinking about nothing. I'm telling you, he wasn't thinking about none of that.
He would have been suspended for the year. You do realize that, right?
But I don't. I'm telling you right now, he was not thinking about any of that. He wasn't thinking about none of that.
Oh, so basically, because your son gave a look over something was said a month. See, again, this all this shit does is make his son look weak. And
hey,
again,
bro,
like I said,
I'm just telling you, LeBron reacted with a father's instinct.
That's the problem.
You ain't gonna understand till it's your kid and something happened and you snap. You ain't gonna know.
You teach my kid the way the real world works. LeBron is put his kid in a silver spoon. I'm gonna teach my kid in the real world. I'm gonna teach my son how to compete.
Everybody do that, but I'm telling you, shit happens. I snapped off on one of my best friends. He said this wrong shit about my son. I snapped completely.
I get it.
Because you turn into it's a whole nother thing when it's your kid. I'm telling you.
So let me y'all hooping, and your son is not good. Your son is not good. Now that's funny because I hoop and a couple of my friends got I'm never gonna sit there and be like your son ain't good, right? Actually, yeah, we even had a tournament where a couple of our friends had these sons play. And look, I'm out there. I'm trying to teach the kids how to play. I'm not going to sit there and blow smoke and tell you your son is great, but I'm going to teach you how to get better. Again,
Well, see, I'm a coach. I've been I coach
yeah.
football and baseball. So I've had
So
those conversations. I've had those moments where I really had to let somebody know, hey, bud, he ain't it.
once your
You know what
son
I'm
hit
saying?
15, I'm going to be honest. If we knew each other and we was balling out in Oakland, your son get 15 years old. Because that's the age. That's the age where I started going to the court. And my brother was 12. My brother was common. My brother was 12. I was 15, 14, 15. We started playing with the older niggas. And, ain't nobody was taking it easy on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how, we started hooping in the backyard with all the older teenagers, bro. Once your son gets to a certain age, I ain't taking it easy on him. I'm blocking a shot. I'm crossing them
I
up.
mean, that's playing the game. That's not the
That's what
same
I'm
thing.
saying.
That's in competition. Okay, competition is fine. Like, that's like if LeBron got mad because somebody cooked Bronny on the court. He ain't getting mad about no shit like that. That's
But
the game. We having a game. We competing. You supposed to play your best.
I
I'm
get
talking
it
about
now. I get it now.
this is some out of line, out of pocket shit. Where it's like this motherfucker telling me how to be a parent. He fucking with my son. He
Well,
got my son over here fucked up.
you're right. But what he said is
Yeah.
stop with the no, because let's be real. Bron fans love Bron plus sports, their whole thing. They love to throw a stone and hide their hand. They tried everything they can to promote Bronny. And it's like I said, instead of letting him quietly cook, I said this in my my video earlier. Y'all had your moment. The moment was cool. Cool. Now, let your son go down there and prove he belongs. Come up
Yeah.
and play a couple of minutes instead of third. But y'all want the positive attention. You're not gonna get positive attention when I look and your ass is 1 for 16, my nigga. Like that's not gonna happen.
Now, see, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you this story. Now, this is from me being a
Mm-hmm.
coach, coaching my own son. Okay, only fight I ever had at a fucking Cal Ripken ballpark was over my son.
Okay.
Now, I've been coaching my son for maybe 3 years. First of all, we lost 2 games in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So we damn near undefeated. My son playing second base. He the starting second baseman on the All-Star team. I'm getting accused of daddy ball.
Okay.
But he done proved it. My son done proved. Everybody know he raw as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He done proved it. Everybody know he raw as fuck. Some other parent want their kid to start. He talking shit. Daddy ball this, daddy ball this, daddy ball this. While he was saying daddy ball is fine. But then he said Jay ain't shit. As soon as he said Jay ain't shit, I socked the shit out that motherfucker.
What up, CW?
I didn't think twice. As soon as he said my son's name, bop, he caught it.
I got you.
He caught it quick.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's a lot further than
I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
was listening
CW.
back and forth. Yeah, man, I feel what you're saying because my son is 15. He played varsity basketball. He was all conference this year, and there was a team that they played, and he was cooking them, and he fouled out. And then you have some of the kids in the stands, even some of the parents chanting something at him. As a parent, that's hard to deal with.
You be ready to go to, especially in basketball, because they get real ignorant in basketball. I ain't gonna lie, they get ignorant in that gym.
And it's your blood starts boiling. You don't know what you're gonna do because that's your child. So
yeah, of course.
You out there cooking them, and y'all sitting there chanting something at them. It's just like crazy. So I just wanted to comment on that. Yeah,
and all them parents in the stands talking about what each kid should do. Oh, he need to do this. Oh, he need to do that. Oh no. Oh, he fucking up. That shit be like you be ready to smack a motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Like
I feel both of y'all.
I agree with what you said. It don't matter how old they are. You a parent, so you're gonna feel a certain way when somebody, talking.
Now I feel the both of y'all now, right? I feel the both of y'all. But here comes another perspective, right? This is shout out to the GoCast Podcast TV, right? This GoCast Podcast TV. What is your boy LeBron James and his legenda always doing?
You said what? Where does it always go?
What is the legenda like obsessed in doing? What is the legenda? What do they? What makes them eat, breathe, and like what do they breathe?
Oh, it's all about
Some
LeBron.
of
I
them.
mean,
It's
it's
all about comparing himself to Michael Jordan, right?
yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Every
something to
right.
one up
Okay.
sport.
Okay. Good. You realize Michael Jordan had two sons that played D1 ball, right?
Yeah.
His sons was getting busted, ass busted by Eric Gordon up in the Illinois school system, right? All that. Did you ever see LeBron James have one of them soccer mom moments? Because that's the problem, right?
You talking about ever
Right?
seen
I
Michael
get it.
Jordan?
Did you ever see Michael Jordan have a soccer mom moment?
Now I'm gonna
Did you
be
ever
honest.
see
Michael
Michael
Jordan
Jordan
wasn't
make
even at their
himself?
games. Michael wasn't even at their games, but Mike
No, he
was
was at
kind
the
of a
game. He
horrible
was at a
fucking
few of them.
father, but
Oh, you're right. No. But you know what the problem? No, you know what the difference is? He didn't. He wanted them to make their own way. He did not want to take from that shine. He did not
Mike was
want to.
with bitches. Mike was doing a whole lot of shit besides being a daddy. I ain't gonna
Look,
I ain't
Mike
trying to
pulled up.
drag Michael
Mike pulled
Jordan,
up to
but
his nephew
shit.
game. Hold on, he
Yeah.
pulled up to his
No,
nephew
but I feel
game.
what you're saying. I
Mike,
feel what you're saying.
yeah, see what I'm
That
saying?
was
Like
after.
Mike
That
would
was
have never
way when he
done
pulled
this.
up to his nephew game, that was way later.
Another one. Kobe had daughters.
Yeah.
Kobe was classy when it came to. Kobe's daughter got a scholarship to UConn, the oldest one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then. Did you see Kobe have any soccer mom moments?
Well shit, Kobe was the coach.
Again,
Kobe was a coach and his daughter was
bro.
only like
See,
what?
this is
Was
what I'm
she even
saying.
how old was Gigi?
He was
Gigi
young.
was about 12. The oldest one. The
Yeah,
oldest
I
one
mean,
is
come on. He didn't even I don't think Kobe ever
no, but
got
he
to the
got an
point
older
where that
one.
would happen.
He got an
Yeah.
older one now. He got an older one though. She's like
She
three
didn't
now, right?
play. His older daughter
No,
didn't
she
play
didn't play.
hoop. It was just
No,
Gigi.
she played. She played. Hold on. His oldest daughter is 20 now because she was 15 at
I
the
ain't
time
never
of
heard his
that.
older daughter playing. Yeah, I ain't never heard her playing.
Yeah, she played. She played.
I didn't know. I was saying I ain't never heard her playing. I just knew about
Yeah.
Gigi.
The two daughters played. I think he got what do you got? He never had the son. He had four daughters, right? Well, one was born
Yeah, he
right
got all
before.
daughters. The oldest daughter is when you got to be talking about because Gigi was second.
Yeah, Gigi was second. Gigi probably was the most competitive one, but the older daughter
Yeah,
played. I think she
I
played.
think he
I
knew
think
that
she was
what his
able to
older
put a
daughter
diaper
was
on and all that.
because yeah, his older daughter wasn't Gigi. She wasn't. If she played basketball, she wasn't like Gigi.
Yeah, but
That's all
look,
I'm saying.
either way, but no. But the point is, there was no soccer mom moments. Kobe held it with class. Kobe, again, you just got. That's what I'm saying, bro. Everything is calculated, and again, if you're
Yeah.
gonna lose it over this, I think. Again, at the end of the day, like I agree with Stephen A. on this, and I get your point. You're gonna always go for your son, but there's no damn way. There's no damn way because even if you felt that way, it still was a weak thing to do. You could have done it in a
Yeah.
million other variety of ways, but you had to look again. The man looked for the cameras.
I'm just telling you that
He looked
it
for the
wasn't
cameras,
thought
bro.
out. That was not
Come
a
on.
thought out response by LeBron. People think that was calculated. It was not. It was a
Nah,
snap moment. It was because
nah,
it was.
bro.
If it would have been after the game, I say it was thought out. But it was
Nah.
during the game.
It was during a
That the game
timeout,
they was
third quarter.
playing.
Because Stephen A. said he looked at me earlier in the quarter. He didn't look at me at that point. He said he looked at me earlier in the game, and I noticed a little look on his face, and he was kind of looking at me funny, blah blah blah. And something you said, and again, Barkley
That just
said
means
this.
it was
No, hold
boiling
on.
over.
Barkley said this.
He snapped. That was not no thought out, calculated shit. That was LeBron snapped.
Bronny out of his own mouth said, "I don't think y'all understand. He don't care about none of this." So which is it, man? Come on, bro. Look.
LeBron got mad. That's all I'm telling you. He got mad,
See,
and I saw a
that's
father that got
nonsense.
mad.
You
So
know,
you
That's
had
what
a
I
I just
saw.
soccer
want to say
mom
something real
moment on
quick.
national television.
Real quick.
I think it's all a ruse, bro. I think they playing us. They get us talking about it again. After this, I'm gonna start because we had real fun talking about the league, talk about shit like that.
I can't see. Go ahead, Kobe. Go ahead, Kobe. Go get what you were saying in.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna drop off for a second. But I see your point, bro. You know, as mad as I was when they were chanting stuff and talking about him, I let that be that motivation. The next game, I think that game he
Yep.
dropped 17. The next game they played, he dropped 29 on them. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
look, I
I didn't
get
say
it, bro.
nothing, but you know, I let that motivate him. Hearing them chant whatever they were chanting, I don't remember what they were chanting, but you know, and I feel what you're saying. You know, let that be motivation for Bronny, and it probably is. Them saying the things they're saying, but
think about it.
I
Think
feel
about it.
I feel the fact that he like he said in that moment he probably snapped. He saw Bronny looking a certain way. You see a child looking a certain way, you gonna step to somebody because that's just instincts kicking in. But
I feel you, but
I feel
your
both
son
sides.
is an NBA. Yeah, but again, your son is an NBA player. That means something.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel you.
Everybody in the NBA has been heckled, bro. Everybody. This is what I've been saying ever since I saw them to tapes of the AAU. They was calling them overrated, right? Again, basically, what LeBron would do is have the damn. Oh, you calling my son overrated? Get him out there. Like you can't. Like okay, remember? Shout out to Mandel Sports. They was calling that. They was calling. Remember the part of Coming to America where he said, my son works, right? The part of where King Joffrey, Kevin saw Akeem in the McDowell's outfit. Like you want rose petals thrown at your son's feet. Yeah, you want him to be an NBA player. Like, which one do you want?
I mean, that's facts too. Yeah, I feel you on
You know
that.
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that part is, but it's like I'm like this. LeBron ain't forcing Bronny on the NBA court. He forced him to the Lakers. He forced him to the Lakers. Listen what I'm saying. He ain't getting rotational minutes. He ain't like, oh, Bronny got to play. He forced him in the first game. They had that moment in the first game for the fake ass father-son moment. Got the Griffies out there. Shit looked crazy. I even posted about it like, this is some bullshit because I was around for Griffey and his daddy. You know what I'm saying? I was a baseball player. So, that shit meant a lot to me to see a father and son play together. You know what I'm saying? I was in the same time frame when Griffey was playing, when he was in the minors and all that shit. So I knew who Griffey was. I knew how good he was and everything the hell else. So I know that was organic. That was real. You know what I'm saying? His daddy was one of my favorite players, and now his son was raw as hell, and they playing together, and that shit was beautiful. This shit LeBron did was a fucking facade. It might have been a play that they wrote for Broadway or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just completely fake. You know what I'm saying? And
I predicted all of this.
But even after Bronny almost died, it was like my first thing was Bronny shouldn't be playing college basketball this year. He should be redshirting.
Yep.
And then they still put him on the court, and then he didn't play well. But it's like you shouldn't even been on the court. The boy died. Let's not say he didn't almost die. He died.
I didn't hear he flatlined or whatever, but then it's serious.
Dude, when you go into cardiac arrest and they gotta resuscitate you, you flatlined. You're dead.
Okay. Wow.
Your heart stopped.
But then what's more important? See, this is my part. This is my thing. This is my angle. Now, number one, I wish you could have heard me and Maine's conversation because I said this 3 years back when Westbrook was on the team. I said this was going to happen. I said how it was going to happen. I used to call myself Rostradamus, right? I used to call myself Rostradamus. Remember when I was he was making fun of me? King was making fun of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said Rostradamus because I said how that season was gonna play out. I talked about how he was gonna stick around to get LeBron on the Lakers. I said how it was gonna happen. Now I said once he does that, how it plays out is either gonna be ugly or it's gonna be something that's cool. And he played it out the most corniest way because at the end of the day, right? He did the flat line came and that the cardiac arrest came and that put a whole, again, Sharif O'Neal had the same situation, open heart surgery, the whole nine. It's not a joke. It's nothing to play with. We old enough to have seen Reggie Lewis and Hank Gathers die on the court, right?
Yep, I saw Hank Gathers die with my own eyes. Yeah, I watched that shit.
Oh, you were there. Okay.
No, I watched it on TV because my Terrell Lowry. I used to play ball with Terrell Lowry. He's the point guard. So I played ball with him in Oakland. So I was watching T, and that's what I watched the whole play. T the one threw him the pass.
Wow. See, and he had an alley-oop dunk right before he fell out, right?
Yep, and that Terrell Lowry threw the alley-oop. He dunked and he came back and he passed out on the floor.
Yeah, I saw the news clip, but I didn't see it. I didn't want to watch the game. But in the Reggie Lewis. But again, so this is serious. Then why push this? I mean, again, see, this is LeBron. LeBron is the biggest narcissist I've ever seen, bro. And I keep
Mm-hmm.
telling, like we know it, like narcissism is a mental illness, right? But so for those of y'all to say that I got the mental illness, look, I just call it what it is. Honestly, I don't want to talk about, bro. You saw we talked about even Stephen A. They talked about ball for the first hour of the speak. For the middle 40 minutes, they talked about the situation, and for the last hour, they talked about ball. That's all we want to do. But Braun wants you to always. Remember when they missed the playoffs? They couldn't stay on Twitter. He was making more about the game. Like, bro, what's going to happen when this nigga retire? Because Kobe was able to go away and just coach his girl, called it a day. What's going to happen when this cat retires and he
Shit,
not?
LeBron gonna own a whole league. It just look
I
like
know
that's
he
what
gonna
he
own a
trying to
lot,
do.
but
He
he ain't gonna be the
trying to
starter
own a
shooting.
league.
Oh, I got that, but he ain't gonna be the starter. He's not that like okay. Jordan owned the Wizards. I mean, not the Wizards, the damn Hornets, right?
Yeah.
How many times did you see him? Like Jordan wasn't a big spotlight dude. Jordan goes to his games, his nephew's games. I guess his brother Larry, right? Got a nephew playing college
Well, I
ball.
mean, you got Jordan was sitting
Chill
on
with
the
the game.
sideline for the Hornets. He was sitting on the
LeBron
bench.
went to Bronny's game and had to be the center of attention. Bronny got the only child syndrome like a motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I'm like this, but come on. How can LeBron walk into a high school game and not be the center of attention?
LeBron wants to be the center of attention everywhere, and
But
I
I'm
think
just
that was the
saying,
problem.
but that's kind of
Look,
like
that
it
was
go with
another
the
theory I
territory
have.
now. Yeah, there's no way
Once they got the
LeBron can
script
walk
for the
into a
All-Star
game and not
game,
be.
once they got the script for the All-Star game, and LeBron wasn't gonna be the MVP, he didn't want to play. They had to give it to Curry in his hometown because he wanted to be the.
Are you
The
talking about this
All-Star game
year?
was scripted.
Man, this whole thing, come on, man.
Yo,
That
listen,
whole
man.
All-Star game was a mess. That was
The whole
I
shit
wouldn't
was
want to be
scripted
part of that shit either. I'm just being honest. That
the
was so.
rookies could have beat Stephen them, right? The rookies could have beat
Why are
Stephen them.
rookies participating? We don't even. That's a whole nother podcast. Why rookies is
The
part of the
rookies
All-Star game? Come on, bro. That just show how sorry the All-Star game is.
That's what I knew. The rookies had them beat, and all of a sudden the rookies started pulling up. They were actually playing hard because, again, why wouldn't you, right?
They should be playing hard.
Man,
But the veterans ain't gonna play hard. They we ain't doing this.
If the rookies would have won that game against Stephen them, Adam Silver would have threw a fit, would have probably suspended.
But I'm like this. You gotta understand something. When you talk about the All-Star game, you talk about past All-Star games, the ones that we grew up watching and loving. The players didn't make as much money. That money meant something. That extra money for winning the game meant something. Today, that money don't mean shit unless you some dude that don't make a lot of bread.
I said they make too much money.
They make way too much money to care about this kind of shit. Yeah, they don't care about this shit no more. They make too much bread. Just like with the first in-season tournament. What they say? We played hard for the guys on the bench that don't make this kind of money.
Yes. So that's the problem.
That's what that's about.
They make too much money to be enticed with money. And that's the absurdity of it. That's why all y'all crying about the media. Again, like Stephen A. said, and this is one of the best points he made. These cats make $70,000 a year in print media. So of course their job is to dig up things, but they don't cross the line. And there's always a line to cross. I don't think Stephen A. crossed the line because he did his job. Everybody was talking about what is he not supposed to talk about it?
The only thing I say Stephen A. crossed the line on is when he said that talking to you as a father shit. See, my thing is one thing. It's one thing if somebody that's a great dad says that to you.
Mm-hmm.
But we talking about Stephen A.
Now,
you ain't heard shit about this nigga, right? This nigga daughters don't live with him. He ain't with their mama. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's like nigga, you. It's like you, nigga, you. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now this would happen. Now this is what happened in the grand scheme of things. When all this started, all them talking heads was riding that wave because they thought it was gonna hit. And when they saw the actual reality of the situation, then they started switching tune. And everybody who invested in this to try to make this happen, it threw them off guard. and you get all this criticism come, from this direction, this direction for a situation that should have been avoided if you maintain the standard. So when you break the standard, when you lower the bar, well, this what happens. This what happens. This is like for me, I think the young man's being exploited. Now,
Yeah, I do too. By everybody.
now as to who as to whether people admit as to the root of the person who created this dilemma, that's a whole nother story. But the young man's being exploited. And like I said, this is professional sports. This is the greatest basketball league in the world. They weren't gonna lower the ball for nobody back in the day. It don't matter. It was Jordan, Magic, whomever, Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Boy. When you lower the bar, this what happens. And what was killing me is why are people so surprised that we got the outcome that we wind up seeing when it comes to the greatest basketball league ever devised. When you lower the bar, this is what happens.
The game. You're not respecting the game.
See, you're not respecting the game. And so what happens is the talking heads, they didn't respect the game when they was pushing for it, when they started talking about bringing up the subject of nepotism and all this stuff. Well, the thing is, when Woj came on there talking about, well, the league always been about nepotism, blase. Well, he throwing the whole league under the bus to try to buffer a situation that never should take place when it comes to performance on the court. So my point simply is this. This is where somebody got to step in. This is where the commissioner, to me, should have stepped in and say, "No, man,
the commissioner is on everybody. Yeah, the commissioner on Brian.
That way, he come in, intervene with whatever self-interest that the player has, that LeBron had in this situation, as well as he talking here. The commission should step in and say, "No, we're not finna do this, boss. What this young man is going to do, since he was pulled out of college, we're going to give him opportunity to play in this G League." Because really, tell you the truth, he should have stayed in college.
But see, Adam Silver, but I'm tell you, Silver ain't got no balls, but Silver don't have no balls.
When you lower the bar, this what happens. And see, that's you may have another player out there. You gonna have another player out there gonna say, you know what, shit, he got his son.
What was it, Jermaine? Wait a minute, you got Jermaine. You got to understand, this happened before Bronny.
But when I'm saying
Dwayne Wade, listen, Dwayne Wade bought a piece of the Utah Jazz just to put his son on the G League team.
Okay, but what I'm saying, he didn't put him on the NBA. So we talking about the high level professional.
He didn't get the NBA contract, but he sure got the G League contract on Utah's team.
But I'm talking about NBA. The G League is one thing. That's a whole separate.
Well, Dwayne Wade wasn't playing. He wasn't playing in the NBA at the time. LeBron is.
What I'm saying is, when you lower the bar, because basically what this comes down to, and I know a lot of his supporters don't want to acknowledge it. LeBron pull a flex move to say, "I'm LeBron. I can do anything I want to do."
Exactly.
And in the midst of that, his son, and this to me, like I said, when it comes to these talking heads, I don't listen to them. Like I said, I think a lot of them, they want to be the professional athlete, and they don't know how to present sports like journalists of the past, and they crossed the line in that regard. But in terms of what he said about his son should not be on the NBA roster, he was telling the truth. So what you got is, you got two sides clashing about an issue that never should be taking place.
But that's the stuff that I don't even think LeBron was mad about. But I'm be honest.
I'm not getting the part about him being a good parent. It's not about. It's about the back. You see, like I said, Stephen A. supported this when it first started. Because what did he say? Remember what he said? He said LeBron deserves this. He deserves to be able to play with his son. But what happened was, for some reason, they tried to convince themselves that this is a young man who averaged 4 points a game in college. You bring him to an NBA roster. For some reason, they try to convince themselves that he was going to come out there balling. It don't matter. You can't skip the steps. So when you lower the bar, this what happens. And so now you got Stephen A., LeBron James going back and forth with each other about whatever happened between them. I don't know the whole gist of it. At the end of the day, the whole root of the problem is that young man should not have been given no NBA contract. And it's causing.
I think everybody agree that.
Player out there It's gonna be another player out there with that. They're gonna be like, well, dang, he got his son league. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's gonna turn into a cesspool.
And
Well,
I don't think
keep
that's
in
going.
mind,
I
keep
don't
in
think it's
mind.
going to be another
Hold on.
Well,
player that
I'm
could do
saying
that.
you're gonna have another player
No,
out
you
there
Yeah.
could
that's
do
gonna
it
have
not
the
like
same
that.
idea. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but what I'm saying when you lower the bar, well, all bets are off at that point. So that's why I said you got to
Well,
maintain the bar.
see,
If Jordan would have tried to pull that stunt back then, man, he would have got called out.
Nah, I think
see,
they
this
would
is
have
what I'm
let
saying. This is
Jordan's
what I'm saying.
son play.
For all
No,
LeBron,
what
no,
I'm saying,
no, no,
what I'm
hold
saying,
on,
though,
hold
Robert,
on.
what I'm saying, though, Robert, and at least he went to college and he was. I'm not gonna say he was great, but he was productive. But at the
Yeah,
same time, Jordan respected the game enough to say, "I'm not gonna try to pull no strings
Exactly,
to get my son to play."
exactly.
That's the
yeah.
difference. That's the
To
difference.
say Jordan didn't have the power. Jordan owned the
No,
Hornets.
I said
Like
Jordan
he
could have
wasn't a
did it. That's what I
minority
said. I
owner
said
like
he could have
Wade.
did it. Yeah,
Of course,
See,
he
he
this is
definitely
not
could
a
have
white
did
or
the
it.
black. This is
Hornets.
not a racial issue. It's not. It's about the standard, man. You can't do that. So when you do that, like I said, this is what happens. Like I said, he really should have stayed in college and played another year. Play
Think
another
about it.
year,
That,
then you know
Oh,
exactly what you can do.
definitely. He
Okay, and then
definitely should
from
have
there,
been in
the
you
way
take
he
it
college.
was
from
looking
there.
at it, yeah.
Then
Look,
I
think
think
about it.
it'll work out better. But see, when you
Yeah.
try to rush the process, this is what happens. And
Brownie should have played 3 or 4 years in
See,
college.
there you
Stephen A.
go.
was on a
He should have played.
look.
He should have played his whole stint in college, and then you take it from there. Whatever happens, you let the chips
Mm-hmm.
fall where they may, and you wouldn't have this commotion.
But
But
like
when you try to,
everything,
when
just
you
like
try
the
to,
AD trade. Hold on, just like the AD trade, Bronny did not want LeBron didn't want to wait because he wanted AD, right? He didn't want to wait. He want to play with Bronny. Yeah, Bronny should go another year so it don't look as funky as it do. But no, I want it now. I want this now, so I'm gonna make it happen now. And now it looks funky, and you getting fallback, and you don't like it. You getting you know what I'm saying? Like again, Jordan could have easily put his team on. Patrick Ewing got Patrick Ewing Jr. Patrick Ewing Jr. is actually in basketball reference because he played in 2 NBA games. Now look, Patrick Ewing Jr. was a decent player in Indiana and Georgetown. Decent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, we got instances with Stephen A's on the panel with Kenya Martin, who got KJ Martin. KJ Martin earned his way into the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earned his way to stay in the league. You got Elijah Arenas coming up. Again,
Shit, Scottie Pippen Jr.
rated recruit, not fudged in there. Not he's gonna be at a McDonald's All American. He's gonna earn his McDonald's All American spot, right? You got Melo and Cayenne Anthony. Again, they all doing it the right way.
Yeah,
They
the Boozer
traded their
brothers.
sons, huh?
The Boozer
The Boozer
brothers. You
twins.
got
The Boozer.
Gil's son,
And
Ross
I
Hill.
said Gary Payton the third.
Shit, Gil's son should
Glenn
be going out
Robinson
of
the
high
third.
school. Gil's son should be going straight to the league.
How many of these players' kids are in the league? Matter of fact, goddamn, at least 10% of the league is somebody their fathers played. Mitchell Wiggins. I mean, Mitchell Wiggins, right? He just passed away. His son in the league. How many?
Mm-hmm.
Like 10% of the league is somebody a second generation or third generation.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like I was actually 2014. I was working with Transit. And I was, one of them days where I was just sitting on the board. I went on Basketball Reference, and I was looking up who is the highest scoring bloodline, like people that have multiple what do you call it? Like the Wilkins, right? You got Dominique
Oh shit, it
Gerald.
got to be whatchamacallit, the Holidays.
Rick Barry's sons. He had like 3
No,
sons.
no, you know who it is? I think it's Kobe. I think it was Kobe and Joe. But now, look,
Oh, that's
ironically,
really
it's gonna
Kobe
be
shit.
LeBron. It was Kobe and Joe, I think, for a minute. Wilkins was up there. So the Wilkins bloodline, because you had Wilkins,
yeah, they had 3.
Dominique Gerald, and they had Gerald's son. Then you had Horace Harvey and both his son, both Harvey's sons.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about them.
You got now you got LaBella, but this was 10 years ago. It was actually 11 years ago. Think about how many now. If I couldn't even Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter. That's another bloodline.
Yeah.
Kevin Love's grandfather played in the league as well. It was hot. It was a lot of players. It was like a lot of blood, like related people that's related. Jimmy Walker, and Jalen Brown. I mean Jalen Rose. His father was You know,
Oh
look,
man.
now
I didn't even
there's
know
so
his
many
daddy played. Yeah,
bloodlines. All of those bloodlines, all
yeah.
of the bloodline, like right, even the hottest thing in wrestling is the bloodline, right? All the Samoan dynasty, the Rock, everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those bloodlines.
Oh, Von
Not
Erich.
one.
All the Von Erich, bro.
The
Back in
Von
the day.
Erichs, or the everybody, right?
The Heart Foundation, one of
The
them brothers
only
too. Yeah.
bloodline that has become an embarrassment is the James bloodline. The only one. None of them did it like this. Go to other sports. None of them did it like this. None of them.
None of
LeBron
them
must
did it
feel some
like
kind
that,
of
but
way.
at the same
You know what
time,
that was?
nobody is that
Yeah.
big. I mean, it's
We
just
gonna no,
nobody is
that's
that
nonsense
big.
because Jordan is. Jordan don't got a
Jordan, but
bloodline
Jordan
because
didn't
he
do
ain't
it.
put
Jordan didn't do it. His son never got to the
because he
league. You know what I'm
respect
saying?
because everybody else respects the game. Look, if Jordan if LeBron's business was boxing, right? If LeBron was the champion, if he was Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd
Mm-hmm.
Mayweather wanted to get one of his sons on the same card with him, right? I'm in the main event, but he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight an underling card. I'm gonna give him a title shot. And if Floyd Mayweather's son was as trained as Bronny is for basketball, you understand what would happen to Floyd Mayweather's son?
He get his ass beat. That's
No.
Frazier. No,
He's
Frazier
gonna
did
be a
that to his son to put him in the ring with Mike Tyson. Almost got him killed.
no. He would get killed. He would
Yeah,
get
Frazier
killed.
almost got his son killed. Put that boy in the ring with Mike
Exactly, and
Tyson.
that was
Almost got him
hold
killed.
hold.
That fight
Oh
lasted
yes,
30
I'm
seconds.
glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because Stephen A. said the same thing. Now remember, right, man? I made the point about the Floyd Mayweather point earlier than that, and Stephen A. said it months later. I said the Floyd Mayweather point back in summertime, and
Mhm.
on the first couple of games, right? I said if Stephen A. if Floyd Mayweather rushed the son and was not ready for a title shot, he could die in the league in the ring.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what Bronny is getting. Not, obviously this is not a contact sport like boxing or football, but no one would do it in those sports because Floyd
And then see, fellas, a lot of
Frazier.
them talking heads, they didn't want him going to the G League. They want him to go straight to the league, NBA. They
Mhm.
thought he
Yeah,
was
and
going.
stay there.
They thought he was going to pop off in the NBA.
But he wasn't
That's what I'm
ready.
saying.
And I mean, I'm like this. Anybody who know basketball know he wasn't ready.
Yeah,
Well, they trying to
So
convince
but
themselves.
again, like I
yeah,
said,
but I'm just
the
anybody
point
who
I
really
made,
know basketball knew he wasn't ready. The boy,
the point
come
I
on,
made
you look at
is,
USC. USC game said he wasn't ready. Come on. I mean, the boy
of
just
course he
died
was.
6 months ago. His heart stopped. I mean, he shouldn't even be. I'm still tripping off the fact that he was even playing. My son would have been playing. I'm like, no, you taking a year off. I wouldn't even let my
he should
son
not
back
have
on the
been
court.
playing.
Again,
He should not
Robert,
have
you
been
probably
playing.
got 100 of bloodlines in the NBA. The first one to do it in an embarrassing, ridiculous, and again, they didn't have to be that way. We all know you got your son's spot. And if you treated the game the right way, none of us will be talking about this shit. But he is such a narcissist, bro. And now you got to deal with smoke, and he can't deal with the smoke.
I'm telling you, I think it was just that one thing. I keep telling you, it ain't all the other criticism. It was that one thing about criticism, that criticizing him as a father shit. And when he did that,
Well, guess what?
that
Then
set
it's
off
truth in
something
it.
else.
Then
It
LeBron
probably
is mad
it is truth in
true.
it. I ain't saying it ain't truth in it, but he said it and he
And that's what he
snapped.
said. He said, "You getting
Hey,
your son embarrassed like this."
I don't like
You
this.
don't
You
want to
can't
talk
just
about
say
it.
anything you want to say to anybody. It ain't always gonna work out well.
Well, guess
That's
what?
all.
I'm gonna say the truth. I wish it was me. I'm like, bro, what the fuck did I say that
Well,
was
see,
wrong?
what
That's
triggered
what
it
I
though,
say.
that game
I
against
can't
Philly,
wait to have
when
the LeBron fans
they
on
put
this
him in
channel.
that game, they put him in that game against Philly, and Tyrese Maxey was. I mean, he was like laughing at that, like, seriously,
Yeah,
y'all gonna put this dude
Yeah,
on me? That's what
yeah.
triggered it, and that's what led. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just saying.
that's
The
what
whole
got him
thing,
sent to the G League, where he should have been the whole time.
right? But see, like I said, the talking heads, they want him to go directly to the pros. They was
I
pushing
know.
for it because they thought he was gonna pop off. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing,
Nah.
And
I
the
think
whole.
I think they was waiting for a car wreck. I don't think they thought he was gonna pop off. I think they was just
that's
waiting
the
for the
problem.
car wreck.
You
That's why I think they
Well,
was
if
waiting
that was
for the
the case,
car wreck.
that's just as bad. So that's what I'm saying. It's like
That's what I'm saying. They was waiting for the car crash.
In
All
that
right, Donovan.
in that aspect, that's what I'm saying. When you lower the bar to give them something to talk about, it's just a whole cluster of
Yeah.
different forces that led to that moment. You know,
This
it's
is my
unfortunate.
beef.
You know,
This is my beef. You cannot dare people. You can't bring this up and then dare people not to speak about it. Like it don't make like come on, like LeBron must be playing Candyland in his mind, bro. Like his mind must be one big game of Candyland where he thinks he's that benevolent, where no critic. That's the problem. Look, LeBron fan, I would love to get Bron fans on this channel to pull up and debate and all that. I would love to get debates going on. But that's one thing about y'all. Y'all want all the praise and y'all can't handle the smoke. That's the problem. LeBron
here go
wants
one
all
for
the
you, fellas.
praise and can't handle none of the
When
like
Jordan
criticism.
retired and he went to go play baseball, he got a lot of flack for that from a lot of veteran like AAA baseball players who aspired to become major leaguers. They thought he was making a mockery of it. But I watched him. That man, if it weren't for that strike, that man would have made the majors. He would have made it.
Man, I'm a baseball player. I'm gonna tell you this.
No, he would have made it.
Mike had some natural talent, some abilities, but Mike had a long way to go, bro.
No,
he had a long way to go to be a good hitter. He had a long way to go.
When he got called up to AAA, the man was hitting 250, 255, and his manager Terry Francona, who went on to manage the Red Sox when he was leading, to the World Series, he said out of his own mouth, he said that man would have made the majors. Once he start picking up on that curveball, hitting that curveball. Now, I'm not saying he's been like
I'm put this way.
I'm not saying
he was gonna get to the majors because his name was Michael Jordan.
No, I think because
I had a boy that played on the team with him named Marcus Jensen. He the hitting coach for the A's right now. Now, Marcus told me literally Mike had skills, but he hadn't played in hella long. So Mike was a baseball player. It ain't like he ain't never picked a bat up before.
Oh yeah, high school.
And
he struggled.
And he is 6'5", and he's big as hell. And if you can swing the bat enough, fine. But other parts of his game, Mike sucked. He wasn't a good outfielder. He you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of points in his game that was shitty.
No, I'm not saying he would have been. I'm not saying he'd been a Gold Glove or nothing like that. I think he would have made it. Because, like I said, the man was hitting 255. If he started stealing bases,
but 255, I'm be honest, 255 ain't shit when you're trying to get to the majors.
No, I'm saying, I think he the type of individual though, man, to where once he get to one level, then he get to another level. I'm just going by his manager said, Terry Francona.
And that's what I'm saying. Mike was a baseball player, so he knew how to play the game. Just like what's his name? Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was a good baseball player, and after his all football was done, he went and started playing baseball again. And he was in Double-A and all of that too. Yeah, he was playing. You know, once you start catching back up, you start getting good again. So I ain't saying Mike couldn't have made it, but to me, if anything, if he gets there, it's on his name right there. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't going the regular route. It was a mockery. That was a mockery to baseball.
The owner of the Bulls, he set it for him to start playing for the Chicago White Sox Double-A team. But that first year, he struck. That second year though, when he put it together, man, because I watched the whole thing, especially the second. I said, man, this dude may actually make it. It wasn't like he was being pushed. But like I said, at the end of the day, I was just trying to give an example that he caught a lot of flack for that they thought he was making a mockery of it. But he did take it serious, you know, and he put forth the effort. That's what I was trying to say. But
you did have a strike. You had a strike that kind of. I think if it wasn't for the strike, he might have not came back in '95, right?
Yeah, that's back in '95. Yup.
Yeah. Well, I just thought about that. If it wasn't for the strike, he might not have came back in '95.
He might have came back. He probably never would have came back to basketball.
We have to wrap up in a minute. But yeah, I mean, you got any last thoughts on it, man? This was a good show. I know we kind of dominated the thing, but you got any last thoughts on the
Oh no, I'm just looking forward to. It's a lot of teams in the Western Conference. They starting to put it together, man. It's gonna be a
what I
fight.
say about Minnesota all year.
Minnesota.
I
They
said he was going to end
defense,
about
man.
45, 46 wins, right?
They
And
defense.
39 a night.
They lost 10 games this year that they messed up. They tricked off and they should have won. But
Yeah.
that team is going to be, yeah.
And the Lakers are now, what are the Lakers? The Lakers are 40 and 24.
Yep, they 16 games over 500.
Yep. So they're not the second seed no more. You see, again, I know all the injuries. See, I don't like when Robert was trying to use that injury excuse, bro. It's time to be next man up. You got Luka for that reason. You got Austin Reeves for that reason. I don't want to hear you down 2-3 starters. Teams have been through a lot of teams have been down 2-3 starters all year. Got better records than the Lakers. So now you're coming back down to earth. And, LeBron, whether you believe LeBron is legit injured or he faked his injury to get out of the 6 games and 8 nights, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, man, look, I said the Timberwolves gonna be fine. Unfortunately, the injury just sacked them. Everybody with the injuries. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the road stretch too, man. Everybody got cute. Knicks ain't did thing. The Knicks got all of a sudden, because of the way the standings pulled out. Now the Knicks got 4 wins against the top 5 in the league.
Golden State up by 26. They winning by 26. They finna be 10 games over.
They gonna finish this. Sacramento is gonna make the play-in because they won so many games, but they're not nothing. I mean, we beat the hell out of them the other night too. You can tell they too much. Again, thank God you ain't getting Zach LaVine because he's just not a winning player. He got so much talent, but he don't play no defense. He's just not a winning player at all. But look, they gonna the Lakers gonna be trying to concoct ways to build a super team or get another star around Luka, etc. They're not gonna have enough assets. They're not gonna have the draft picks unless you are just great at picking out the undrafted free agents. They're not gonna have the draft picks or anything of the assets to build a competent team around Luka, and they're just showing. Okay, you lost your whole starting front court. The fact that LeBron, you rely on LeBron and Jackson Hayden for defensive energy is the problem in the first place. What happened to Jared Vanderbilt? You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So look, this is a good show. I hope we can put it. And I really want it, bro. Everybody's been reacting to the Stephen A. thing, the Stephen A. saga. Again, that happened. We were on live last week. I should have tried. I finally got to say something today on the video. You saw it. I saw you comment. And look, we just gonna grow from here. Do some good topics, have some good conversations, man. Man.
I mainly was the listener tonight. I just wanted to listen. Everybody take.
Okay, good. Yeah, we was cooking. Me, you, and Ray was cooking the first show. Me and you been cooking then Robert. I'm glad Robert came through, man. You see, he's a decent guy, man. He just a goofy. He don't really stand on much. He loves to stay punching. This, that, and the third, man. I told you, I'm like, bro, because again, I caught him. Like you gonna tell me the cat don't do it nothing to play. Then you gonna tell me on another topic that Murray who does something to play off, but that don't what's the criteria? I know it's a different subject, but by the same token, well, you gotta, so. But anyway, man, we gonna wrap it up here. This was a good show for those that watch. I know y'all was a lot of. I see that we got like 5 between 2 and 6, 7 viewers, man. So I'm happy to. I'm gonna be interested to see who checked in. I know nobody was able to stay up for the whole thing, but hopefully we're entertained by our banter. And from there on, man.
Oh no, I had a lot of fun, Ro, man. I'll be looking to forward to the next episode next week.
Yeah, man, we're gonna find some. Look, they're gonna feed us. But hopefully we talk about games and player comparisons, stuff like that. And, I think we want to, because this is Goldcast TV, right? We're under You know, I'm gonna try. You know, again, we're gonna try. I'm gonna get my channel up. Once I'm able to go live on my channel and get this simulcasted on my channel, and you know, just go from there, man. Just try to grow. We just get started.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing a
And,
great job, bro. Doing a great job there.
and look, I don't do. Other than just what's in my mind, I don't do no prep. I don't write nothing down. We just wing it. You just kind of wing it. But you know, yeah, I kind of had an idea what I want to say, and you know, I just flow from the heart, man. So look, you know, a lot of people don't agree with me on my takes, but like I said, I pride myself on staying consistent, trying to see the whole picture, and you know, make my arguments from there, man. So
Oh yeah.
great show, bro. We're gonna wrap it up. Uh, see you guys next week, man.
All right, bro.
Y'all
Well,
be big about
I'll
that.
be online.
All right, bro. Catch you
All right,
later, man.
everybody take it easy, man.
And Rob and I'm signing off, Robert. Good show. All right.
Good show. Good show.